Wake up, gamers, because you're listening to the Big Think Dimension with Dan and Bob Video Games. I reze to the occasion.
I would not.
Dr. Aggro.
I can't wait to play Halo 1 for the first time.
And Chris Wolfhard.
More like Galo.
Here on GigaBoots.
More like GigaBoots.
It's a very 2011 podcast.
Chad Warden is older than that, Aggro.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Big Think Dimension number 347. The number's too high.
It is very high.
It's a very
very
big
high.
Number. It's a very big number. How's it going? How you all doing? Yeah?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's fine. Why wouldn't
I
it
mean,
be?
our opening was so strong.
Yes.
Galo and...
Yeah, I feel like when we're that good, you need to have some button that just plays 100 air horns, like all crushed on top of each other.
All I have is Vine Booms. That's all I have is Vine Booms and Theme of Sad. So these are my only two
Not
emotions.
even like dubstep bois.
No.
It's really sad when the Vine Boom causes Theme of Sad to play.
Yeah. Well, the Vine Boom is the sound of a person falling off a building and landing in a dumpster. and then Theme of Sad because they're really fucking dead. By the way, somebody was asking again what that song is. That is a sad side story theme from the Yakuza series. It's always a pain in the ass when I try to find it, so good luck.
It
I
is
think that was
called
Zero.
Please Listen, Kiryu.
Please listen, cutie. Air horns is very 2011 when you think about it. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Thank you, cutie. I actually forgot a thing.
Oh, yeah?
Bob, I'm going to go into the other room and get something. And, you just have to sit here and see what your punishment is.
This is it. This is the day he comes back with a handgun.
Oh, my God, no.
Bye, Bob.
Bob cleared both Contra and Ninja Gaiden. Why does the punishment have to be involved?
Let's see how hard you really are.
There's no escape.
What was going on while I was gone?
What's up? Everything's fine.
Yeah, everything's good. We didn't get demonetized while I was gone, did we?
No.
Okay, that's
There wasn't a lot of questions.
That wouldn't even happen till later.
Right.
What a weird thing to say. So I got something, and I saved it for this big think. I've been staring at it all week. AFIF is
Something no one ever says, yeah.
is OBS going to be able to decipher the riddle of AFIF? No. Will it decipher it if I just name it JPEG?
We might be able to trick it.
Yeah, I think that works. Yes. Let's see. Yes. I picked up Skittles Gummies Fuego.
It's so confusing because, yeah, hot candy, probably not good. Also, Skittles, not normally gummies. There's not even...
This is... I mean, I get this because around here you can buy basic, pretty much like people resell it. They resell Skittles, gummies, those orange slices covered in chili powder.
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
and when you talk
that's
about
definitely
that,
a thing over there.
when you talk about that, it makes me want to come visit you just to eat that because I'm curious. Here, all we have is a guy who's really enthusiastic about his freeze dryer. That's it. That's all we got.
I thought we had something at the local Mexican grocery store that had this sort of idea going.
I'm going to grab a couple and then pass the bag to you. Because obviously Bob needs to try it too. Like, what? I'm going to try a weird fucking thing alone? Chat, you sound insane. What all flavors are there? One moment. Do you list it? Lemon, watermelon, strawberry, raspberry, and mango. Okay. Can I get... How do I keep pulling the same three colors? Oh, wait, no. Two of those closest colors are insanely close. So I'm only missing one. Or two, actually. Okay. You know what? That'll do. That'll do. And Bob, you have to eat the entire rest of the bag.
Oh, great. Incredible.
Yeah. Anyway,
Oh, these are weirdly big.
Tiff, I'll have you know. Plush Mayhem in chat. Tiff, I'll have you know I posted that slice of pizza you posted on Blue Sky in the fucking podcast Discord, and we were all upset. Every last one of us.
Yeah.
Fucking quarter of a motherfucking pizza. I wish I was eating a quarter of a motherfucking pizza.
This is surprisingly spicier than I thought.
So you just popped that in?
Yeah. I thought you did too.
No.
Yeah, there's like actually a strong kick here.
It takes a second to start, though.
Yes. And it fades pretty quickly. It's not
why
too
not?
bad.
Quarter of a pizza and a can of pop. Soda. For $5 Canadian. I'm jealous. I'm very jealous.
You
Man, that's-
didn't have to tell the price.
That's
that,
kinda
that
like-
was unnecessary.
That's like Sam's Club prices almost. It's a little bit more,
But it's a quarter of a
quarter
pizza. That looks like a nicer pizza.
It did. It had stuff on it. There wasn't just sausage and pepperoni.
So, okay. Oh my God. I like the flavor profile. I do. I don't know about taking it in gummy form
Yeah, I think this probably would be better
as a hard candy.
as a hard candy. Yeah.
How about it like a normal Skittle texture?
Yeah, like a normal schedule would honestly be my favorite.
We have people demanding we show the pizza.
Yeah, of course. You brought it up. Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not bad.
But yeah, I wouldn't seek it out though.
There's a link to the post, but yes, also for the viewers of the podcast on YouTube.
Stop making me see the pizza.
I'm sorry. Chat demanded that they see the pizza.
What is on that? It looks like spam and onions. That's my
So,
guess.
That looks like Canadian bacon to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what
probably.
I'm.
And I don't know what the crispy bits are.
Yeah, I assume that's caramelized onions.
I don't know. It
No,
looks
that
like it might
shit's
be
for
meat.
$5 Canadian, which means it's barely over $3
Oh my god.
USD.
Yeah, so it's basically is Sam's Club price.
The crispy bits are hamburger. It's Canadian bacon, Italian sausage, pepperoni, and hamburger.
Oh, that sounds good.
Good God.
But I had blood drawn this morning, so I've begun clawing at the walls.
Just wait for me there. They build up that spice if you keep eating them.
And that makes it more enjoyable for me. Like, my whole mouth is burning. I ate like 8, maybe
Yeah.
9. How many calories was that? We're good. I'm good. We're still good for cookout. Anemic cat boy. I'm sorry, that's a very funny word combination. Do you think I should see if Tosh likes these?
Maybe
Or she'll just be mad at me.
she might be
for
mad
what?
at you. I don't know. I don't think Tosh usually likes
She
that.
doesn't
spicy
like me.
stuff.
She doesn't. What sort of person would hide food from their beloved girlfriend, huh?
Uh-huh.
Not me.
Oh, okay.
No. Bob, you make it sound like I constantly hide food from my beloved girlfriend with how you reacted to that.
What? You would never.
Never. Pat would? Yes, he would literally hide in a closet and eat a chocolate bunny in the dark. I believe history has shown this. The bird's just gonna hang out with me.
It is. Like I might get even more water. I drank all mine.
Yeah, if you want to get water, we can just talk about something to kill time while you're gone. Hey, I fucking hate Bob. Anyone else feeling that, or is that just me?
I don't know. I feel like this is foreshadowing. Like, this is the time Bob finally comes back in the room with a handgun.
That would be pretty sick, though. If Bob came
It'd be
back
the
to the room
highest
and,
rated podcast we've ever done.
oh, definitely. I feel like people are gonna be like, "Holy shit, they shot Dan GigaBoots." I'm gonna go watch that video, and YouTube's like, "It's a funny bit, though. We're not gonna take it down. There's no way Bob actually shot Dan to death."
We'll just post the clip of like, oh, and Chris Wolfhard stood there and did nothing.
I like the Fox Newsification of me getting fucking shot to death, where we're like, and Chris just stood there for it. That's pretty fucked up. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this. I don't know about this.
Yeah,
It's interesting. I'm not gonna say it's bad. It's not bad. What's up?
I hate gummy texture, so like that would be like get rid of it for me for sure.
You
it
hate
has to
gummy?
at least be like the orange. I don't like chewy gummies. I like the jujubes or the like the orange slices type
right.
where it's like kind of sticky.
Yeah, it's been a while since we talked about the fact you have a spirit of a 70-year-old man inside of you. Because I remember this came up like 4 years ago, and we were all like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I get that. Like, I also don't really like gummy berry texture.
But
like,
do you like jujubes?
I don't know what jujubes are.
Right, so that's
But I like orange slice texture. Like, that's...
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
You know what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the orange slices, the pressed oranges. Look, my aunt bought jujubes all the time when I was little. That's why I know what they are. And sometimes I look around and like, why don't they sell those anymore? Oh, right, because they're for old people.
Yes! Literally, it's like something even
They are
older.
like the densest, chewiest, like gummy type texture you will ever experience.
Your teeth just slide through it in a weird way. It's just...
Oh, I think I know this under a different name.
Mike and Ike's. They're kind of like Mike and
No.
Ike's. No?
Are they?
Yeah. Are they not? One moment.
I figure the dots is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, Dots is
Yes,
more
the dots
typically.
yeah, dots is they're
Oh,
dots is
those.
basically
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah.
I kind of like those.
You like Dots candy?
Kind of, but it's been decades. I don't know. I still go by that anymore.
Besides they were in a couple episodes of Ed, Ed and Eddie, so they're not they have a millennial cultural touchstone.
Okay, how old do you think the writer of Ed, Ed, and Eddie is right now?
Ed and Eddie is also set in the 70s.
Is it?
What?
It is.
I did not know that.
They're not very overt about it, but that is how the show is set up.
I'm trying
Let's
to think
see.
of all
Writer
the
number
technology.
1, born in 71. Writer number 2
So he would be 70.
doesn't say his birth date.
We're gonna pretend that's
No,
70.
he'd be 50. No.
God damn it.
I think the creator is almost 60. No, almost 70 because they
it's-
were 57.
It's true that Jawbreakers are the iconic candy, though, on Ed, Ed and Eddie. It is worth
Yeah,
noting
that's
that's
true.
also an old school candy, but it has a little bit of staying power. In a way, I don't think Jujubes have.
I mean, you can still buy dots. They're just the same candy renamed.
Somebody in chat was alleging Dots are softer than Jujubes. I actually wouldn't
Probably.
know.
They probably are.
Because I don't know. We're gonna have to start our new podcast where we review candy designed for people at least twice our age.
Finally
Oh,
gonna
man,
get
I
cream
can't
drops
wait for-
again.
I
Let's
can't-
fucking go.
I can't wait for the wine gum episode.
Look, all I know is we're all terrified of the Circus Peanuts episode, right, Aggro?
I fucking hate circus peanuts.
I'm ambivalent about them. My brother really liked them. They're not great.
Those were the second candy, like the second from the bottom Halloween candy for me.
Have you ever
the
had a
absolute
Circus
bottom-
Peanut?
I'm aware of them, but I don't remember what they taste like at all. So maybe not.
Chalk.
Yeah, a
Okay.
gross sweet chalk.
Good.
Yeah, they're kind of
Because they're like
styrofoamy.
dusted. Yeah, the absolute bottom is those orange and black things in wax paper. Like they come in the black and orange wax paper with no branding. I don't even know if they
those
have a name. I
things.
think
Yeah, I know
I
exactly what
don't
you're
know if
talking
they're
about.
peanut butter flavored or what. I just remember every time I ever put one in my mouth, I spit it out.
I think it's supposed to be caramel with cream in the center, but a lot of times it's really bad.
Yeah, those things are strange.
I've had some good ones though, so I don't know if it's like various ones have different brands that they don't say who they are.
But we aren't talking about cowtails, right?
No.
Okay.
I think they're like a hard taffy, aren't they?
They're called peanut butter kisses.
What?
That's what it says when I search black and orange Halloween candy. And then that is definitely the wrappers.
Okay.
I'm waiting for someone to get angry about how much we talked about candy on this big thing to mention the day before Halloween.
Right.
A lot of people shit talk Smarties. I think those are fine. They have like a nice tartness to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually like Smarties last time I tried them. They're all right.
Oh,
That
yeah,
being
those
said,
things.
if somebody gives you an apple or even worse, the toothbrush mini toothpaste combo, burn their house down.
What if they give me a caramel apple?
That's fun. That's candy.
Okay. Just checking.
The absolute worst was the 6 pennies.
Excuse me?
Has that never happened to you before?
No, what the fuck are you talking about?
Multiple times as a kid when I was trick-or-treating, usually really old ladies, be like, here's my bowl of change. I'll just put a little bit into each bag so you can go get something at the general store. And I'm like, ma'am, even now, these 7 pennies you gave me can't buy shit.
Oof.
No, that's never happened to anyone I know. That's just you and the
feel
insane
like
place you grew up.
I feel like someone in my neighborhood did give out change, but it wasn't like pennies.
And now I'm just thinking about the guy, like, at this point, it was probably a decade ago, on Twitter, who just posted a picture of like 60 Sam's Club roast chickens. It's like, I'm giving out rotisserie chickens on Halloween.
I saw, what was it? Somebody had a giant stack of VHS tapes of Titanic, and they're like, I'm ready for Halloween.
Just did like Sawe? Nah, son. Salmonella.
I'm too curious about this. I want to give Tosh these fucking candies to see what her reaction is, because I want a normal person. Someone who probably doesn't want to eat this. Bob was too interested. I need to go harass my girlfriend into eating this bizarre candy.
Dan's not enjoying it unless the person's a little unwilling.
Look. Oof. I'm updating the tags. 1 second. Hey, Aggro, what have you been playing?
I was gifted an opportunity to.
Oh my god.
One moment, updating the stream title. Don't. God. Okay, here we go. Uncle Phil stopped by again.
What? Oh.
He dropped down Aggro's chimney and was like, ho, 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 here's the Outer Worlds 2, and then disappeared. And Aggro's like, very funny joke, Phil. And then he booted it and he saw the green Xbox Game Studio logo coming out of his PS5.
Yeah, it's
That
not
was-
good.
Yeah, no, seeing the Xbox logo full size on my television, I have never owned an Xbox. That was a deeply bizarre experience.
How much of it have you played?
Like between 5 and 10 hours, ballpark.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, a little into it.
You played the first Outer Worlds. You enjoyed that, right?
I did, yes.
Giving context to our audience where this is coming from.
The funny thing about that is, with game sequels taking so long to come out now, and combined with my terrible memory, I was doing this a lot while playing Ghost of Yotei. I'd come across something and go, was this something they did in the first one? I don't remember if they did this in the first one.
Aggro, we have a question from chat. I think this is pretty important. How green was the logo actually? Was it more or less green due to Aggro's TV screen?
God damn it. One, it was a black screen with white text, and two, I hate that I can't be mad at y'all because beating a joke to death is my bread and butter.
So is this the super special deluxe version where you get a custom flaw? You get a unique flaw as
Yes,
part of it?
it just popped up
Oh,
at
really?
random. Uh-huh.
That's
if
funny.
you buy the $100 edition, you have a unique flaw that you can get called consumerism, where they're like, I guess our marketing works. It gives you you get a 15% discount at vendors, but things you sell to vendors sell for 10% less.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's kind of funny. I feel like there's a real Disco Elysium energy to you bought the expensive version of a thing and it has affected commerce in the game, but I think it should have gone the other way. I think if you get the $100 edition, shit should cost more in the game.
It's just called You Can Afford It.
Yes, right.
That'll be every single game if you play it on the Super Xbox coming out in 2 years.
Ugh.
So let me know, how is it going? How are you enjoying it?
I'm having a lot of fun. They really leaned in on like I said, I'm not even 10 hours into this game, and I have like 3 really cool guns that I'm glad to have because they improved the combat. It's still like you're playing a Western RPG that has shooting in it, combat, but like the guns are cooler, and the effects when my lightning machine gun goes off is cooler, and the cherry red lightning machine gun that I got from killing a boss is like super badass. And the revolver I got that has, I don't know what you call it. Okay, you know you got like a pair of glasses. You remember in National Treasure?
Actually, never seen it.
What the fuck, Bob? Okay, we need like a new content podcast where it's all just movies that are kind of mid.
Yeah, we need
So we can bring in National Treasure.
Bob, is artificial intelligence mid, or is it like bad, or is it good?
I'd say it's mid.
Okay.
But it's really interesting because it's almost good.
It's so close to good. I kind of just want to say it's good just to make it feel. We watched Artificial Intelligence yesterday. I haven't seen it in 24 years. Bob had never seen it. Our friend Lily also had never seen it, and it was very funny to watch them go, "Oh, this is interesting that this movie's about this." And I'm like, "It sure is." For the next like hour and 40 minutes.
Anyway, you get a pair of glasses that has like extra lenses on it that swing down for magnification, or you put different colors on them if you're just putting it in a movie so it looks cool. The end of the revolver had 2 of those lenses on it, and I cannot for the life of me figure out why.
Huh.
It was a gun I picked up from the Auntie's Choice faction, who have leaned into like the heavy armor sets being Art Nouveau stained glass. They've dramatically improved a lot of the mechanical and art design in these games. I got a triple barrel shotgun that has like giant percussion cap nibs on the back. The barrel seems to be made out of like 3D printed green plastic. I got a hat that increases my magazine size and a perk that increases my magazine size, so my 3-barrel breakdown shotgun fires 5 shells before I reload it.
That's good. That's good shit.
It's real nice. I may have already fucked up my character.
Okay.
This game introduced the thing where, you get faults and they just pop up when you meet certain conditions. One of the ones it offered me early on was called Easily Distracted. Where, like, I think I put points into too many skills at once. Now, because I accepted it, every time I level up, I get an extra skill point. But I can only put skill points into skills that are either at 0 or, among the skills I've already purchased, the lowest of those. So I have 5 skills that I now have to level evenly throughout the whole game.
That's kind of awesome. I don't know.
It is like I as soon as it popped up, I'm like, that can't be. And like I looked it up, and people are like, yeah, you can get this to proc at level 2, and it's fucking amazing if you only have like 2 or 3 skills. Because I am now locked to those skills, I started this character and I decided I'm not going to play this game the way I always play these kinds of games. And I know that's what people say right before they play the same kind of character they always play. But this time, because this happened, this is true. No hacking, no stealth, no explosives. I have decided to walk this earth as mortals do, stymied by locks and passwords and fighting enemies like some kind of beast.
Good. How's that going?
Pretty great. Like I put points into gun and speech, and I got a perk that when my speech goes up, my gun damage goes up. And speech already gives you bonus damage against humans, which is mechanically weird but thematically fascinating.
See, that's not as cool as New Vegas, where you can take a perk that lets you fuck men and you deal more damage to men.
That's good.
What did they mean by this?
It's unclear.
To be fair, there's also a separate one for women.
What did they
So
mean?
you start the game completely sexless.
Evidently.
So
I'm
can
not
you
sure
take
if
both
you
of the
have to-
perks?
I forget if you can take both or if you're only if it's specifically where you are gay.
So there's
Oh
a
my God.
sound redeem on Rig's Retro Island Gaming stream
Uh-huh.
where it goes, "You are dead, dead, dead," and I thought of that, but replaced the word "dead" with "gay." Anyways, Aggro, what were you?
I got offered a flaw I didn't take. God, like the flaws themselves, I want to replay this game just to try and get specific flaws. I got a flaw called gluttonous because you have the button to use your healer, and if you use the healer too much, you get like toxic or whatever they called it, and you can't use your healer for a while. But out of combat, you can heal with food you pick up. It's the same button. It turns into that when you're out of combat.
Okay.
I saved up all of my charges and never used them, and I have too many, and I kept eating food over and over. So it offered me the flaw gluttonous. Food would heal for 10% more, or I think 15% more, but I would move 10% slower in combat.
Ugh.
Yeah, I saw that in one of the trailers, and I was like, I'd take that trade. That seems worth it, right?
That sounds like a heavy armor melee build.
Yeah.
Beautiful thing. So, as I was saying before, I don't know if this was in the first game or if they've improved on this dramatically. But I remember the first one being this kind of game where they plop you down in the area and you've got your objective, and there's 6 different ways to accomplish that objective, depending on which quest line you're doing, which NPCs you're talking to, which NPCs you're fucking over, which townships you're accidentally turning off their ability to create fresh water because you clicked on a thing that you had high enough engineering to fuck with and it didn't explain to you what you were about to do and you can't take it back. At the end of the first area, there's this building you had to get into, and every single quest line gave you a different way to approach that building, bypass its defenses, or sneak your way in. And I stumbled across a bunch of other ones because most of the stuff in this game you don't need the quest to do. You just show up and you're like, oh, this is happening.
That's neat.
Yeah, no, I finished this area and they're like, go to the next area. And I'm like, I haven't seen half of this map. So I wandered around the unexplored areas of the map, and there's just shit out there. There's installations, and there's people fighting the fauna until you show up and the battle concludes, and you find an audio log that's like, fuck, we shouldn't be out here fighting the fauna. And there's weird, world sub-bosses and characters that are like, hey, did you find all those weird notes about this program that Auntie's Choice is running to kill people? Yeah, I'm the only survivor of that, and I'm completely unaware of it. No quest sent you to find me. I'm just out here because that's a thing in the world that we pointed at, and we have designed this area holistically, and it's fascinating.
Now I'm just thinking of that Avowed earlier this year. It's that sounds like what should have been in an
Yeah,
Avowed.
no, I'm doing that a lot during this discussion of, wow, look at all these things that I expected to be in Avowed because they're in other Western RPGs, but they were not in Avowed.
It is because Elder Scrolls doesn't really have speech skills as a component.
And Avowed.
So maybe
Doesn't have
Avowed
much.
didn't for. Maybe Avowed was a lot mechanically and combat wise, it felt a lot like the Outer Worlds. It's just they ripped all the RPG shit out because the Elder Scrolls doesn't have that. And it's do you have that RPG the wandering around shit that Elder Scrolls uses to make up for it? No.
Yeah, I was like, there weren't even NPCs to find out there.
The RPG shit is so good. Like, there's always 3 different ways to do things depending on whether or not you have this skill. There's always a back door or another thing you can go activate. Like you can use brawn or engineering to break down this door, or you can go over here and find this other way over the fence. You can bribe this guy. You can find the key that unlocks this console, or use this information you got from NPC. Or if you took lucky as your defining character trait, you can hit it with a coffee cup and maybe it will work. One thing interesting about the level design is there's always 2 ways to get everywhere. It's come up a lot, and I'm not sure what the deal with it is, but it's made the areas really cool. Like, I was in this building with 5 floors, and I had to get to the top, and there was a series of ladders and staircases to go up a level and fight a couple dudes and go up a level and look at a thing. But there were always 2 ways to get up. You could climb the ladder, or you could go over here and jump on this thing and jump on that thing. Every room, every building, every little area had multiple ways to access it, seemingly as a rule. And it's like, it struck me as weird when I noticed it, but it kind of goes with the whole seeming ethos of the way they've designed it, to where, like, there are quest chains where you talk to the NPC and it pops up the icon and you go there and then you do the next step. But that's just half the shit in the game. The other half is stuff you can just... I was going around the perimeter of the island, and I found a house. And at the house was a guy who had clearly been through what the Protectorate refers to as mental refreshment. A few too many times. And the power was out in his house, and one of the speech options was like, "You seem to be experiencing a power outage. Do you need assistance?" And he's like, "Potato!" And it didn't, like, my journal didn't update. I didn't get a quest. I just looked around at all the locked doors in his house, and there are some power lines leading to his house that lead away up to a hill into a fenced-in area. Oh, that's probably like a power substation. And I went in there, and shit was fucked up, and I could either use, like, sneak or some other skill to unfasten the grate at the bottom, or I could use engineering or some other skill to open up the stuck door, get inside, charge a thing, and turn the power station back on and get some items for my trouble. There's just a bunch of cool shit like that lying around outside of the quest system. It's great. I also accidentally didn't turn in like 4 of the final quests that I was doing in that area, and went to the final area, and everything in there had scary skulls over their health bars. And though I had no stealth skills, I cornered and AI juked and like run, jump, and evented my way through half of the ending area.
Nice.
And they just let me fucking do it because I could get away with it, because that's what a Western RPG should be like.
Correct.
So you're saying it doesn't just lock you in a room every time you find enemies? This
No.
is nothing like Avowed. Incredible. Jesus.
What the fuck happened with Avowed? I
don't
really
know.
need to know, because it is so unlike anything Obsidian, even the Outer Worlds, which I feel like is still too heavy on the combat shit. Is like Avowed has combat rooms constantly.
Yeah.
That's the only thing in the game is the combat.
Oh, I think it comes from it starting as a multiplayer thing.
But that was supposed to be a lie.
Oh.
The conceit
Right.
was that they were lying about it being a service thing, so Microsoft would buy them, because all these companies are like, "What infinite game are you making for us?"
I'm sorry to bring up Avowed again. You can keep going.
No, it's fine. Yeah, it's
No, 3 of us played it, so
the
it's
worst
going to
part
be
is
have to
that's
be
all
brought
I'm
up
fucking
forever.
thinking about every time he says the thing.
Yeah,
By
no,
the
like
way,
that's gonna happen. This is the same game, but better, apparently.
and from Microsoft Game Studios.
And from the same
Uh-huh.
studio, even. Because Avowed
Oh
was
my-
also
it's-
Obsidian.
It's
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It was, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
The fuck
bet-
were they on?
I bet your fucking game looks like a fully baked cake instead of mine, which look like melted wax.
I have no choice but to think yeah, this is because they consider they very clearly were like, Avowed is our Elder Scrolls and Outer Worlds is our Fallout. The problem is the parts I like about Fallout are the shit Aggro just talked about, and the shit I like about Elder Scrolls is all the shit that is not in Avowed.
Yep.
Mm. So you know how sometimes in a video game you'll get to an area and there will be two different factions. And you have to decide whether you're going to side with this faction who are like people living their lives, or this faction who are Satan in a robot suit.
Yeah.
The two factions in this first area are Auntie's Choice, which is Auntie's Cleo did a hostile takeover of Spacer's Choice. So they're an even bigger mega corporation. I have no idea where Obsidian could have gotten that plot point from.
Yeah, that's
Man,
weird.
it's sure it's almost funny that every Microsoft game is about how bad Microsoft is, but at some point it just became
Right.
depressing.
It's like all those Animaniacs cartoons about the Time Warner merger.
God.
The other faction is some group called the Protectorate, who are like a super zealous cult with a lot of creepy parallels to my upbringing in Protestant Christendom. So they're like, do you take this quest to fuck over this side or the other side? I'm like, I'm going to keep it a buck with you, Chief. I'm going to loot this whole fucking island.
Right.
Yeah, this is kind of like the New Vegas thing where it's like, I'm fucking both of you. I'm sending you both to hell.
The interesting thing is your character works for some kind of organization called the Earth Directorate, which seems to be like some kind of Earth-based government agency that is dedicated to fighting tyrannical colonial governments and the overreach of these capitalist robber barons. They actually use the word robber baron.
Ooh. Good.
But their resources are stretched thin and they're not very effective and they're not really doing much out there in the universe where these forces are running wild. I wonder where Obsidian got that plot point.
That's also it isn't in the Outer Worlds 1 wasn't a plot point like, yeah, we haven't heard from Earth in a while. We don't even know if anybody's still alive there.
I think something like that was the case, yeah.
Also, this takes place in a totally different place, right? They don't have to try and bolt something onto the end of the Outer Worlds 1.
I think the plot still happened, but I've only been on one planet so far.
Oh, okay.
I need to check up on this because I ran into a character named Inez, who had like a cool backstory where she's the last survivor of a like grafted soldier program where everybody else died, but now it's just her and she's got this sick ass arm and she's doing Black Ops missions. And at the end of the conversation, my character was like, well, I guess I'll see you around. And she went, yep, you probably will, wink. And I haven't seen her since. I'm kind of worried that I did something wrong and I missed a companion.
That was the wink of we'll never actually do anything more with this. Sorry.
I don't remember if it was this way in the first game, but you've really got to thread the needle to not be a giant asshole in dialogue in this game. Like, they'll give you 4 options, and 3 of them are, maybe if you weren't such a dumb asshole, you wouldn't be in this situation. And, maybe if you weren't such a stupid fuck-up, you wouldn't be in this situation. Maybe if you pay me a shit ton of money, I'll help your dumb ass out of this situation. And, oh, that sounds terrible. What can I do to help? So far, I have only been subjected to one instance of me selecting a dialogue option and something I did not intend happening. The terrible thing is, it happened after a mission went super wrong. There was an explosion. Somebody's missing an arm. Somebody else is buried under rubble. I'm talking to the now armless guy, and my options are, you need to get your shit squared away, dig that other person out, and focus on the mission. Or, hey bro, you look fucked. Maybe you should go back to the ship. I obviously picked the second one because I'm not a monster. And his immediate reaction was, what? And just leave person trapped under rubble here? I can't believe you'd say that to me. And like twice after that, other characters have been like, yeah, you're a great. I mean, except for that one time you told your subordinate to just leave somebody under some rubble. That was kind of a dick move. Like, fuck you. I didn't do that.
That's hilarious. So he would have been okay being armless and taking the dude out of the rubble?
I don't know what. I honestly don't think what happened next would have changed. Just that it flashed up a person will remember this. But yeah, that's what's up?
Do you get dialogue options based on your skills or flaws?
Oh, frequently. They're great because
Thank
the
God.
at the beginning you pick a primary character trait. And or no, I'm talking about the origin trait that I picked, which is roustabout, which is you're basically Mr. Magooing your way through life, not really sure what's going on, but you just kind of get lucky all the time. So every now and then you're in the middle of a serious situation with a serious character and a roustabout option pops up. You're like, yeah, that's fucked. I don't know. And they just pause. Okay. Anyway.
I'm just having flashbacks to playing New Vegas and taking the sneering imperialist trait, which just lets you be real racist to indigenous people.
My God.
Jesus.
And also deal
Wow.
more damage to them.
What's great is it's not always just the best option. Like, oh, I have science 4, I get a dialogue option. That's not like, oh, you unlocked the secret stuff. You just say some technical shit and the guy may be like, wow, that's some nerd shit. Anyway, back to what I was saying. That is the reason I'm not super bummed about the flaw I took in starting my skills, because I know, like, if this game works like the first one, in the first one you had to min-max to get any of like the cool skill-based endings, like the one where you just tell the final boss to kill yourself.
Yeah, you always need to completely have speech completely maxed out to do that in an Obsidian game. Except you couldn't even do it in Avowed. That game had nothing.
That game had nothing.
Yeah.
We even went back and gamed our spec so that way we could take the charisma option. Didn't do anything.
Yep.
That's weird.
It probably locked you out of it because you didn't stop her from burning that town.
Maybe. I don't know. That game's so clearly not done. Like,
Yeah,
it
that game's clearly like just completely unbaked. Like it reminded me a lot of 7th Gen, where I'd play shit like Arcania Gothic 4. Be like, all this has no skills, it just has combat. Why on earth would you make a Western RPG that only has combat? Uninstalls.
What if instead of uninstalling, you played the entire video game end to end?
I don't think I managed to do that with any of them. I think the closest I came was 2 Worlds 2 because it had a neat magic system.
Hmm. Did you have anything else you want to say about the Outer Worlds 2? Dr. Aggro.
I have noticed a single weird visual tick it has, where like the game has a quality, balanced, and performance mode. So I booted the game and went, oh, and changed it to performance mode. So the Outer Worlds is traditionally like, when you're outside, the foliage is dense.
Mm-hmm.
And it is constantly popping as I move, like everywhere. I don't know if this is just performance mode. I haven't gone back to the other ones to check.
Is Outer Worlds an Unreal Engine 5 game?
I kind of think it is, but I don't know.
I'm usually too stunned by the Xbox logo to pay attention to the succeeding
Yeah, it is
ones.
Unreal Engine 5, so that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So is the foliage like fizzling, or is it actually popping in and out?
It's that's the weird
Just
thing.
changing,
I
right?
don't-
Constantly.
Yeah, it's just changing.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
popping out.
The UE5
it's-
special.
Yeah.
Yeah,
where
like it
it's- yeah.
missed a few frames of the animation or something.
Yeah.
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 But, you know, engines don't matter, and anyone who sees an engine and decipher things about video games, they're insane. There's no connection. I've just twice in the last week figured out what an engine a game was running on based on how it looked or how someone else thought it looked. But you can't do that. No one can connect any dots.
Also, this game's title screen is a dialogue sequence.
Weird.
Like, you're not presented with a menu. You load into a dialogue with the Spacer's Choice Moon Man, and like your normal options are dialogue options, and they're written out like "Let me continue my game" and shit like that.
Weird.
Yeah, and he has like a couple different phrases he says every time you load up into that screen. It's really interesting. It's one of those moments where I'm like, why would you make a weird? Why don't people make weird title screens?
No, that's true though. Why don't they? I don't understand.
Yeah. But yeah, that's The Outer Worlds 2. It's like The Outer Worlds 1, but they did more work on it, and there's better stuff in it now.
Whoa.
That
hey,
is genuinely surprising for a Microsoft game in the year 2025.
Yeah, it's so a real goddamn shame. Obsidian was bought by Microsoft, who we will get to later.
Oh.
I'm excited to hear if it just like you get further into it and it just like falls to pieces.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
I fully expect it. That's Microsoft.
That's what
Microsoft
every
special.
single Microsoft game has done this gen. Every single fucking one that doesn't have Forza Horizon in the title.
I would be super worried, like, man, this area has been amazing. And the moment I move to the next one, I'm like, oh fuck, the bottom dropped out.
I hope
either that or they'll be like, here's the star map with a giant prominent planet that obviously you should at some point go to, and then you don't.
I cannot stop thinking about how fucking Avowed did that, where it's like, yes, in the Arctic Northwest. We will not go there. But hey, look at this ice castle. That would really fit in there. What?
They didn't. I don't even think they announced DLC for Avowed.
Didn't it have the edition that comes with DLC? So they're on the hook, I think.
It did.
It didn't?
I don't think so.
We had this discussion when the game came out, and I can't remember what the conclusion
The premium update only gives you early access, skins, and the digital art book and original soundtrack.
So
there is no announced deals. There is no announced DLC plans. They have hinted that they will continue patching it. That's it.
Hey, chat, never forget that I was the guy who was really excited for Avowed for a really long
All
time.
of us were. All of us were. And then
sucked.
everybody told us to shut the fuck up. Like,
Yeah,
it was
no, it's
bizarre. And I'm like, okay,
Look, just
okay, I
because
guess
they
we were
turned out
wrong.
to be correct doesn't mean they were right.
Yes. I'm to the point where I'm like, but if they make a 2, maybe this time it'll be okay.
So one last really cool, really video gamey thing I wanted to mention. You get a double jump in this game. I stumbled across the area where you get it before somebody sent me there, which this game is the king of, like, you need to go get this. I've had this thing for 2 hours. Oh, sweet. The next step, it's like thruster boots. It's your double jump. And like you need them to climb up to a place to save the NPC and finish that section. There's one pair, and you get them, and you do the double jump across the impossible gap, and you turn around, and your companion just fucking Air Jordans his way across behind you.
That's awesome.
Like, you didn't... Like, are you trying to spare my feelings? Have you been holding back this whole time? Could you have gotten that chest earlier, you son of a bitch?
The answer to all these questions, yes. Absolutely. Let me see. I'm looking through to see if I can find the clip I'm needing to show during the segment later in the podcast where I have to explain what other game I deciphered the engine on in reverse this week. Okay, I think I got it. Well, Aggro, did you play anything other than The Outer Worlds 2?
I did not. I was given that magical code, which meant that I couldn't finish Ghost of Yote this week.
Very sad.
Man, you're almost done with Yote. Bob's almost done with Death Stranding 2. I'll talk about what I've been doing later.
I was gonna say that, oh man, it's happened again. The opening of Outer Worlds 2 is not great. I may have just been mad that I was having to play something other than Yote in a time frame.
And that's understandable. I think everyone. Yeah, that frustration is a real thing, and that's why I just, I always do the one game. But unfortunately, Uncle Phil held a gun to your head. And
Yup.
by the way, we are currently planning to do a small stream with Agro on Saturday where he can show us the game, and we can prominently showcase our glorious, honorable #gifted by Xbox stream title.
Yes.
So yeah, we're gonna do a small stream then if everything works out. So please look forward to that.
It might be a little taped together, a little jank.
We're somehow gonna have to find a way to make this work across 2 states,
Right, when one person
we
doesn't
are
even have a
gonna-
capture card.
We are going to solve this problem to a legally adequate and obligation fulfilling level.
Oh man, our esteem on keymailer.com is skyrocketing after we successfully made bespoke Twitch streams of not 1 but 2 Xbox games.
My God.
Please look forward to a random few hours in the middle of my Western RPG playthrough.
Everyone is always excited, of course. So we got to talk about what we've been playing. Hey Bob.
Hey, what's up?
Hey Bob.
What is it?
Flock.
Okay, before you talk about this, I went to bed when you guys were like in the back in the last world.
Uh-huh.
And when I woke up and saw, what do you mean the VOD goes on 6 hours past where I went to bed? Did they get trapped in hell? But no, you played other shit after, and I went, oh, thank God.
Okay, no, 'cause I heard the back half of Plock is the real dick kicker.
So that's the interesting thing.
Felt like the middle was the dick kicker.
The middle was the dick kicker because it made us redo about 12 or 14 levels because the checkpoint system in Plock is pure madness.
Oh.
Pure madness. Okay, so if you beat a level without dying, you get a letter in 4 letters to spell Plock. If you spell Plock, you get a Plock continue, all one word. You can also pick up a circle on the level that will make a letter from Plock continue. Beating a boss will also checkpoint you. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Some
really.
of the bosses. We did 2 bosses in a row and neither did it.
Yeah.
So when we died at the 3rd boss in a row there across 14 or 12 levels and died, we had to redo most of the game.
Yeah. That was hours. And the thing with Plock levels, knowing them helps, but
Yes.
there still takes a certain amount of time to beat them because the thing is exploring the entire level.
It's like, imagine you assembled IKEA furniture. Yes, you would be faster at it the 2nd and 3rd and 4th and 5th time, but it's still you assembling a whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I gotta talk about this. We brought it up on the stream and chat's responses were absolutely fucking hilarious. I asked a question, and Agro and Chris, I really implore you, engage with this question. Have you ever played a 2D platformer where in order to beat the level, you have to get all of a thing or kill all of a thing across a giant space for the level, and then you get to go to the next level? Have you ever done that and it was good?
No.
Not that I recall.
Because every time I run into this, I was like, this is terrible.
Yeah, no, it's only in like these British PC games.
Bob, please, they're called Quid Jank now. We're calling them Quid Jank. Because they cost a quid when they were on the microcomputer, a place they never should have left.
Right?
Genuinely, I can't.
I need to say this because I went insane finding this out. Miyamoto loves Plock.
So fucking insane.
Yeah.
They published Plock in Europe, and Miyamoto, with multiple developers on that game corroborating, said, Plock is the 3rd greatest platformer franchise. It goes Mario, Sonic, Plock, and with my help, I'll make Plock number 2.
So fucking insane.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
That is completely wild. So Plock is a game where there's a flea meter and you need to kill every flea in the level. The fleas, by the way, are frogs, and the frogs, when you hit them, they have iframes for seconds. You have to hit them 3 times, so you hit it once, and then you just stare at it. And then you hit it again, and then you stare at it. And then you hit it again, and it finally dies. And they're like 20 at a level.
And a lot of times, they can jump away while those iframes are going. So sometimes it'll be like, oh, they're up on a cliff. You hit them once, they jump off the cliff, and then you have to go find them in the level.
Yeah. They literally will jump to somewhere where if you go there, you'll die.
Yeah.
They'll jump off screen entirely.
This is not a well-made game.
This is... The visuals are pretty solid. The music is real good, especially the boss theme, but oh my god. That design is just, it's such an evil design game. Here's why I would never say the ending is the worst part, okay? And if you find the ending gauntlet of levels hard, that's fine. It's fine that you do that. But here's why I disagree. The entire rest of the game, I would say 70% of the game, 80% of the game is giant flea meter levels. So absolutely massive levels that take forever. And as I said, each flea takes these 3 really slow hits, and it takes forever to kill them. The last 7 levels are all, hey, we bashed together a vehicle. Do a level. And it keeps changing a vehicle every fucking level.
What?
And honestly, I was having a time until we hit the UFO, which isn't done. The UFO is so bugged in how they made it, where if the UFO touches the top of the cave while getting hit, it will suction you to the top and then start sliding you to the right. So not only does it feel like shit, like most of the vehicles do not feel great.
Right, no.
But it feels especially like shit. The physics are too fast and too loose. But also, if you get hit, it will then just run your ass into like a death environment or expose you entirely into an infinite stun state, so then you die. And again, this game has the plot continue system. So the checkpoint is all the way at the beginning of the last world. So you got to go through all 7 fucking vehicle segments to get to that one. It's not that bad, though, compared to doing these massive levels, not getting checkpoints.
Yeah, these levels have 0 checkpoints.
Oh, yeah, individual levels have no checkpoints. And then the middle 14 levels of the game have no checkpoints. It's wild. It is absolutely wild as a game design. I'm like, wow, there are just so many ways this could have been so much better.
Right, but they
I
made
feel
it
like
harder.
you went out of your way to not do any of them.
Right, they made it harder not by any sort of like actual smart design choices, just by being evil. Literally just a bunch of, yeah, we didn't put any checkpoints. It's hard now.
And here's the funniest part about the plot continue system. Aggro,
Yes.
the 2 types of continues, right? The plot continue can overwrite the other continue. The plot continue continues you from the point you spelled plock. You can beat a boss, have gotten a plot continue before the boss, and then if you die later, it will take you back to before the boss.
And see, here I thought those words ending and beginning on a hard K sound was the worst thing about the plot continue.
As I understand it, this happened to streamer and friend of mine, Eltriox, so he had to redo a massive chunk of the game because it plot continued him to before the Queen's Lair. And that's when it became a 3rd stream instead of him beating it during that 2nd stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's... Again, it's a game just made wrong. Like, that's obviously broken. There's no way anyone intended that.
It's completely wild to have 2 layers of a continue system that are at battles.
Right.
Like, they're battling each other. They're at odds. That's crazy. So, Bob, which do you think is better, James Pond 1 or Pluck?
Probably James Pond 1.
Chris?
I don't want to, like, commit to it 100%, but I remember thinking that was kind of funny as a kid.
I wonder,
I'm sure they're probably close to identical.
I think
I feel like trying to beat any Amiga core platformer would be similarly teeth pulling and akin to Plock, except maybe have slightly better continue points.
Yeah, I feel like this is very specific in its construction that would allow such a nightmare to exist.
Have you guys done Kid Chameleon?
I'm going to leave the call and pretend I'm dead.
Honestly, that is what I think would be the closest analog to Plock, is that game.
So the funniest thing, and I was explaining after you left the deal with Kid Chameleon, I believe it was after you left watching the stream aggro, that Kid Chameleon on the box is like, it has 108 levels. And Bob's like, there's no way you made 108 good levels. I'm like,
Whoa, hey, whoa, hey. We're setting the bar kind of arbitrarily high here. There's 108 levels.
Yeah, I know, ridiculous. Want any of them to be good?
which I think Bob's phrasing on the stream was even more accurate. There is no way you designed 108 levels.
Yes,
It depends on what you believe the purpose of a video game level to be.
It's a
Well,
play
the purpose
space.
of a video game level is to have fun, not to
Incorrect.
meaninglessly fill time until your inevitable death.
It is to obfuscate, befuddle, and challenge the player.
So anyway, I think there's a chance Kid Chameleon would break me down worse than Plock, because Plock is heinous, and that little man says things after you beat levels that makes you want to throw him at the trash compactor like Casey Jones did with fucking Shredder.
Yes.
Aggro, did you watch any of this stream?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was here for the first part of it.
Yeah, he was there for a good
Okay.
chunk. It was funny as hell.
I just didn't want Aggro to miss Plock having a horrible mouth.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh
I don't want to
my
think about
God,
that.
this character.
Aggro was dead on with the executioner at Toontown. All he does is kill people.
It's true. Yeah.
Exactly. All Plock does.
No, he's a horrible specter.
Yeah.
Like, he looks like the thing haunting a McDonald's in an episode of Scooby-Doo.
He's literally an imperialist. He's like, I'm the king of this island. If you don't yield to me, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah. No, he's like
He's just genociding up on his island. That's what he does for fun.
just evil homeowner. It's awful. Like,
He's the HOA from hell.
yes. Landlord coded horrible creature. I don't like him.
Yeah, no, he's terrible.
It's hard to
he's
find.
awful.
It's hard to find a design this bad.
And I feel like that's
He's like the Batmite version of Reverse Flash.
Are we doing this?
He's like if Jim Lee designed the Lorax. He looks like the rookie Digivolution of a Goomba. He looks like the vengeful ghost of a bag of Lay's potato chips. He looks like an Attitude Era heel with a condiment gimmick that worked 4 house shows before being released.
This is our new segment where Aggro looks at an Amiga platformer and just tears the mascot apart with words. We just need the super cut of this, and someone who has no idea who we are runs into it, and they're like, "How does he do this for an hour?" Ugh.
How did the Amiga do it for years?
That is a great question. Yeah, the funniest part is during the stream, people are like, "Do you think you would like Dizzy more or less?" And I'm like, I imagine eventually Dizzy would break me, and that I would like it less. But as a prospect, I'm like, ooh, a delightful egg venture. Sure.
Are
Dizzy?
those fucked up weird adventure games?
Yeah. Yeah, they're weird. And you're an egg. Dizzy's a goddamn egg.
I always get Dizzy confused with Eggerland.
Doesn't Eggerland look kind of Lolo-esque?
Yes,
am
in
I-
fact, the characters are explicitly Lolo, and La La La, or they are Lolo and La La, and their
Yes.
alternate selves are Lolo and La La La.
Yes. Okay. Okay. I am remembering
I
this
thought you were the
correctly.
Sokoban expert, Dan.
I totally am, and I knew all this. La la lu lay lo. Yes, quite. Bob didn't know any of the mascots that were brought up during the stream. He had to Google them wildly, and one of them he even Googled twice.
yeah, because it was like that came up earlier. I already forgot.
And that was the one that Chris dealt with, and then made us deal with it at old Retro Roulette.
Yeah,
Then-
you forgot Rocky Rodin. He has the spray, the hairspray that gives him a haircut, that gives him some kind of powers.
Have you seen this shit?
Bizarrely, that
No,
game is
what
not
is this?
British.
Yeah, look this shit up. Rocky Rodin, right?
Yeah, that's made by Irem.
Yeah, fucking thanks, Irem.
Holy shit. What is who's that fucking bat? He's got the same face.
Arrow
Oh,
the
you're talking about
Acrobat?
Arrow the Acrobat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I never once played Rocky Rodent because his box art and imagery all look like this. So I never knew what the game looks like until Chris sent it in.
The Japanese cover isn't a lot better.
That guy is Arrow the Acrobat out of costume.
Oh, that was a costume?
Arrow the Acrobat looks much different.
It looks like a weird. What if Bart Simpson was the Tasmanian devil?
Oh yeah.
Yes,
I
he looks like what if Crash did crack?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't know.
What if Crash and the Tasmanian devil had sex and their son did crack?
Yes.
That is the honeycomb mascot's bastard son.
Yeah, you can see that the title in Japan was Nitro Punk's Might Heads because you get the hairstyles that give you different
that's
abilities.
so much better.
That is a really good name. I still wouldn't play a game that features a guy on the left, though. Let me be clear. That is not my vibe.
Someday I'll have to smash my face against that game for 5 hours before I give up in ignoble defeat.
But Chris,
Cool.
we beat Plock. What? You have to beat this. This isn't avenging
don't.
your youth.
We have to kill the past. It's like Enter the Gungeon. I'm gonna assemble the gun that can kill the past.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going for a Suda thing. Bob.
Pseudo-narrative dissonance.
What's up, Dad?
I do not like Plock, but I believe if we did an adventure where we had to play a bunch of Scrimblow games with mascot platformers, I think I like him more than at least 30. Like, and I mean the game, right? I probably like the game Plock more than at least 40% of those.
No
because
way. I
that's
don't.
so
I do not
dire.
believe
Like-
that to be the case. 20% maybe, but 40, nah.
Plock versus Vex. No, Vex is too new. We have to limit this to like
Yeah, yeah,
16-bit, especially Amiga Core Scrimblows.
Right, like you.
Radical Rex, Arrow the Acrobat, Zero the Kamikaze Squirrel. God, what are some others?
Zool.
Zoop.
No.
Yeah, Zool, Cool Spot,
Yeah.
Artie Lightfoot.
By the way, Cool Spot's another game that qualifies for that thing I just said of getting all the things because you can only beat the level after you got a certain percent of the things in the level.
Right.
Artie Lightfoot might actually be good.
Punky Skunk, Mr. Nuts,
They're all so bad. I don't.
Bug. I'm gonna cut off Bug because it's 3D. It's too advanced. We gotta do 3D.
Punky Skunk is a PS1 game.
Is it 2D or 3D?
It's 2D.
Okay, that's fine. But Bug is it's 3D. We gotta.
Right.
But no, it's true. We gotta cut these into Alex Kidd. I would like out. I don't think there's a single Alex Kidd game I would hate more than Plock. And that's not to say I hold the Alex Kidd games in high regard.
His Plock is just such a low bar.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We need to. Who's worse, Plock or Yo Noid?
I grew up with the DOS Noid game, which is an absolute nightmare. So
Yo Noid is actually probably fine because it's some Japanese game. They just put the Noid
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, that's what I was
that
gonna
game's
say.
fine.
That game's probably fine.
Yeah. Rocket Knight would also be in this list. Yes, of course. Awesome Possum kicks Dr. Machino's butt is worse than Plock.
Really?
I will put $100 down
Wow.
saying you would agree with that. For one, Rachel Retro played it and got sick from how bad it runs
Oh my
and had
God.
to stop.
Wow.
She has a whole show where she just plays garbage games
Uh-huh.
on a roulette every month.
Oh, the absolute worst one is Oscar, I think.
Is that SNES?
I think so. He's the worst looking character in anything ever. He looks like Jinkaria.
Oh yeah, this is horrible. Amiga CD. My God, The fucking soul stone of Scrimblows here with their Amiga CD game. The Amiga CD, Bob, is the Amiga CD32.
What is he?
He's Jinkaria.
He's Jinkaria,
We just went over that.
He's like a horrifying, like somebody saw Sonic the Hedgehog, was like, I could make something like that.
I think they were a bit more like, oh, I could make something like that.
Chipmunk?
I don't know.
No, he's just Oscar.
He's Oscar. Why are you?
I am not a fan of I'm imagining a human with a mohawk that goes down to the top of their nose.
Don't do that. No.
I don't like that. Okay, so Bob, these disc-based consoles are coming out, and they were feeling like, oh, we're displacing the Amiga from its rightful place of being this amazing console we all love. So they made the Amiga CD32 to keep up with the PlayStation and stuff. This is what the fucking controller looks like.
Wow. Okay.
And it's a thing. It's a thing. I don't think I've ever played an Amiga CD32 game on the hardware itself. I've only played those games, but on other hardware specs,
Oh, yeah.
like when they get ported to things that matter.
What about Rollo? Rollo to the rescue. Remember Rollo?
Yeah, Bob, do you remember Rollo?
I do not.
This came out in
had it-
1993. So technically it oh my god. Wikipedia somehow knows a way to just shoot you in the chest. You ready?
Okay.
Release date September 17th, 1993. The next line. Lifespan 93 to 94.
Yeah.
Then the next line, discontinued April 94. That shit lasted 7 months on the market.
Yeah, the Amiga CD32 was just the Amiga like PC with a CD attachment.
But they were like, this is a cool new platform. You could put these amazing, ambitious games on
You
it.
couldn't though, because it was still an Amiga. In fact, to the extent that tons of them still forced you to push up to jump.
Yeah. Even though it had 4 fucking buttons, the games were just up the jump games, so. 7 months still outlives Concords. Yeah, that's like, I don't know, 14 Concords or something. 30 Concords. How many days did Concord last? 5?
Was it?
7?
I don't know anymore. I thought it was 2 weeks, but I guess it wasn't even that.
Yeah, I think 2 weeks is right. My initial map was based on if it's 2 weeks, then that's, 2 weeks per month and 14 months or 14 times as long, So there you go. Yeah, okay. My first impression, your guess, were the same. So that's 14 Concords. Wow.
Wow.
Good
How did
job,
they do
Amiga
it?
CD32. You're so strong. Yeah, Plock. Every reason I hate it has everything to do with design choices, which is weird because normally when I come into these things, I expect it to be physics or literal mechanics.
Uh-huh.
And I don't technically hate those. I hate the kill all of the fleas to leave a fucking level.
Yeah, I'd say
and the checkpoints from hell. Normally it's like, oh, jumping sucks. Running sucks. Everything is repugnant to look at. Meanwhile, like,
Other than Plock, yeah, things aren't that bad to look at.
Yeah, no,
But Plock
Plock's-
itself is awful.
Plock is an ambassador of evil.
Right. I mean, I'd say the killing every fleeting level is a mechanic, and that mechanic ruins
But
the
it's
entire
not
game.
it's not a programmed routine system.
It's not.
I'm talking mechanic as in the literal, like, grabbing a thing sucks. Shooting sucks.
You know what mechanic does suck?
Some of the vehicles, yeah.
The tree doors. I can't believe they did that. It's one level.
One moment. Tree doors.
The spinning thing
the
with the
spinning
spikes.
doors.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
no,
I was
no,
like,
no,
you-
I didn't want to think about that.
You cannot forget about this.
Yeah, that's the worst thing of the game.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing of the game. Okay, chat. Listeners. Okay. It's a door. It's a 2D video game. And they wanted to make an animation of the door spinning like a revolving door, okay? But on one side, it has spikes. And the door spins really fast and then slows down. And then spins really fast the other way and then slows down. So you need to time going through when it is spinning the correct way because you cannot time it perfectly to go any other time. It will just arbitrarily hit you, even if you crossed while the door was not facing.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, dude. You're not going to do it. So you have to time going through when it's spinning the correct way, when it's spinning slow. And that's bad enough. That's bad enough. That's annoying as fuck. And most of it is waiting. But the major enemy in that fucked up level, worst level in the game, is a flower that spawns more flowers to shoot shit at you. Just infinitely getting shot by invincible enemies as well.
Yeah.
So you're waiting this shit out. It takes forever. And then the enemies are covering the fucking door in projectiles so you can't get across. And there was not nearly enough healing shit in this level.
No.
They put almost all of it at the beginning as a joke. Like, here are these really hard to kill enemies, but they give you a full heal. The first two are killable. Past that, they're in walls.
Yeah, they literally put the dudes in walls.
So even if you kill them, you can't reach the thing.
Right. Which you can't even kill them usually because the only way to kill them is using that super jump. The super jump can't go through the wall, so they're invincible.
That level's terrible.
Yeah, no,
the forest is terrible. God, what a terrible level.
Uh-huh.
So because I know of things like Awesome Possum Kicks Dr. Machino's Butt and all of these Amiga games, I worry that I like Plock more than at least 30-40% of these.
That's scary.
It's horrifying.
Yeah, you're gonna have to stress test that with some shit like Chuck Rock.
I feel like my best stress test, Chuck Rock's better than Zool, probably. I'll play Zool.
Zool is just like a Sonic knockoff, I think.
I feel like there's some evil waiting in Zool. Joe and Mac.
The
Joe and Mac's
Zool
great. Can you believe someone in chat just said Joe and Mac? That's fucked up.
Joe and Mac is spectacular. That game is fantastic.
Yeah, no,
2
that
sucks. But the first one's good.
It'd be really great if that game ran at 60 frames per second. That's like the only thing wrong with it, honestly.
Be really great if that remake Microids put out wasn't total dog shit.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. I was so heartbroken. I can't remember if I even played it, but yeah, no. I heard about the things and I was like, oh, great, awesome. Oh well. Anyway, Bob, did you have anything else you want to say
I
about
don't want to talk about Plock anymore ever again.
Any Amiga mascots you want to learn about?
No, I don't. It seems like they're all bad.
One moment. I'm just gonna Google top five.
Oh no.
Amiga platformers.
No.
See, you can see Dan's having a lot of fun because Bob's not very willing.
Okay, God bless them. They put Gianna Sisters.
Okay, that game seemed fine.
Gianna Sisters is definitely better than. And then the Turrican.
That game is not good, but oh god, it's better than Plock. Way better music too.
I don't know what this is. I have no idea. Brian
What's it called?
the Lion? What the fuck is Brian the Lion?
Well, one would assume.
Is that Andrew Ryan's Persona mascot platformer? What are you?
That's not real. That's only on the Amiga. That means it isn't real.
I'm sorry, that's exactly what we're looking for.
If they don't at least port it to a real system, then it's not real.
I don't know if Brian the Lion looked better than Plock, but maybe
even if inevitably you will have to do the Amiga retro roulette that is entirely bullshit like that.
I mean, the cover art makes this seem pretty all right. I don't know. I'm gonna put it one step ahead of Rocky Rodent based on this one image.
He looks like he belongs in fucking Achewood.
Guess who got yelled at?
During that like 2 strips where Roast Beef and Ray Smuckles were wearing the lion manes and going around pretending to be lions, that's this.
They just literally traced Garfield's feet.
You don't know that?
Yes, I do.
No,
I've seen that exact pose.
No.
It's still better Plock, but still. You did that. I see it.
Okay, I have one more image of Brian the Lion to show before we move on. Because I'm a little worried. I don't like how that boss looks.
Holy Jesus!
Whoa.
No,
I do not like how that
absolutely
boss
not.
looks at all.
Wow.
Oh,
This looks like creepypasta.
He does.
yeah. Thank you.
Your
Aggro,
character
thank
should
you
not
for
look
your
that sad.
contribution to Armchair Tips.
Is this a Five Nights at Freddy's game?
Fozbear is fucking pissed. Holy shit. All right.
Ugh,
And we are now leaving the Amiga segment of the
thank
podcast.
God. Another Amiga segment.
Benno. Bob, what have you been playing?
So Vampire Survivors did that big update for the Castlevania DLC. They added all the new stuff.
They added a bunch of characters, except for from one specific sub-series of games, which, as I keep saying, is not a Castlevania game.
Yeah,
So clearly they agree.
I looked at the patch notes and they're like, yeah, to get these things, to start unlocking these, you need to get all the stuff from the last one. And I was like, oh. I got credits on the regular version. I didn't get everything though.
I'm sorry, you have to eat all the eggs.
So I booted it up and I'm like, well, it seems like some of these aren't that bad to get. Maybe I'll try and do this, even though I look at the list of guys I don't have unlocked. I'm like, this is too many. But maybe they've added something else and I'll notice on the way. So then like 3 hours disappear magically because I played Vampire Survivors. And I'm getting a lot of new stuff, but it's all new stuff that's new to me, not new to the game at all.
Okay, so you attempted to play the DLC, but did it actually?
Yes. So that was fun, but I had to cut myself off. It was like, it's going to take me another 5 hours at least to start unlocking any of the actually new stuff.
Well, that's great, Bob, because we have that number go upstream we owe people. Vampire Survivors is one of the games.
Great.
They could just swap into that, and maybe you'll be able to get anywhere near the DLC. I really doubt
I
it.
really doubt it.
And then they'll swap you into Nubby's number factory, and you'll be like, oh God, where am I?
Oh, these numbers are so good, and then we'll end up in Clover Pit, and then we'll fucking throw the thing and go hello, because we're playing fucking roulette,
Right?
slots. Yeah.
So that was good. That Vampire Survivors Ode to Castlevania DLC is still really good and a lot of fun. I forgot I had unlocked Dracula, who just seems to be invincible, which is hilarious. Like, yeah, of course he's Dracula. Why would he be able to be killed by random things in his castle? I played as Dracula's wife. I played as right. I played as Dracula's first wife before he's Dracula, who's in the opening cutscene, like Sarah Tepes or something.
I cannot remember Matthias's wife's name.
Yeah, I think it's Sarah, like Sara. So you could play as her. Someone who didn't even have sprite art in any game, didn't have an in-game model at all, was only one single drawing.
That's amazing.
They gave her the star flail from Symphony of Night, so that was
sick.
cool.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's really neat. But what I've been playing mostly is actually
apparently her name is Sarah Trontoul.
Trontoul.
That's a hell of a last name.
Yeah, it is. No wonder I at first was like, who is this?
Yeah. No, I would not have recognized her based off the art.
Right?
But it is an official portrait from Lament of Innocence I'm looking at.
Right? Yeah, it is. It's real. Like, she was showed in that, I believe, in the opening cutscene.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that. That sure isn't a Yami Kojima fucking art. You can tell.
Absolutely. She podcasts with us.
Aggro, I'm sorry. I have some design change notes for you.
Yes, I have been needing this exact kind of collar and sleeve tunic for many years.
Well, guess what? You just got an upgrade. So, Bob, what are we?
I also, what I spent most of my time playing over the last week was Death Stranding 2.
Oh, okay.
Which I believe I'm getting near finishing because they're like, Sam, this is your last delivery. I was like, I don't buy that, but,
I'll play along.
We're getting to the point where that could happen.
Sam, your penis is so big. Okay, I'll believe you.
There's a lot in this. It's like, this dude just wants to make Metal Gear Solid again. There's
Yeah.
absolutely just there's a ton more focus on combat, a ton more focus on stealth. Like there's even a sequence that I swear to God is just cut from Phantom Pain. I won't say what it is because it's super spoilers, but it's like this is absolutely just something you wanted to do in that and weren't able to.
That's crazy.
But they introduced stuff like mechanized, like human-sized robots for you to fight frequently, so it's fine to just shoot them in the head. A lot of more political, like, oh, there's multiple factions interacting and espionage happening and like intrigue happening than anything Death Stranding 1. So it feels much more like, yeah, this dude, he wants to go back.
Thank God that seems to be what he's doing next.
Right? I found Pecora.
Oh, okay, cool.
Nice.
She's just called the data scientist,
Mm-hmm.
which I find very funny that everyone just has to have a super generic name like that in this game, basically.
Uh-huh.
Just like super descriptive. It's like, she's still just Pecora, though. She's like, they didn't like redub her for English or something. She's
Right.
just only character in the whole game speaks Japanese.
That's really
That's
funny.
fucking perfect.
I found it really funny that the first thing you do with her is deliver a pizza. It's like, oh, this pizza's great. But what I really enjoy is the bonus that came in the box. Nothing keeps you safe like guns. So you just find out, yeah, no, Pecora has ordered a black market pistol.
Oh, wow.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that sounds pretty normal.
You eventually she gives you a hat, Pecora hat. It's like a little rabbit thing with carrots stuck on it. It makes your stamina decrease more slowly. But also, Sam will just constantly go, Pecco. At random. He will do this in the middle of actual story happening.
What did Kojima mean by this?
So that's something.
So are you really into VTubers now?
Maybe Pecora. I don't know about it.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Damn, that's rough.
I was sad that they didn't make like a 3D model for her. So you know how in front of every base in a Death Stranding game, there's a
projection.
hologram. Yeah, projection. So it's just her 2D avatar. It's completely flat.
That's fucking awesome.
I was hoping they did like the 3D model so you could see her more naturally outside, but it is
No.
really funny to just be like,
That's not canon. The third dimension is not canon.
yeah. Man. They're also that lady who plays one of the main characters in the Jedi Star Wars games. The black lady who
Who's in a bunch of games.
She's in
I
a
feel
bunch
like,
of
right?
games, yeah. She is one of the main characters in this.
My God, she's
Yeah.
like one of the most famous video game actors. It feels like
It
Holy
does. And it's kind of funny seeing her rendered in this engine. It's like, oh, that's what she actually
You're like,
looks
oh, hey,
like.
that's the lady from Mad TV. And somehow it clicks then.
I actually didn't know that. I forgot that or something. Ugh. But I was like, man, she actually looks like she does instead of like I feel like she looks kind of monstrous in the other games. They're all like Unreal.
We need the compilation of her in everything.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, we need to just see her in every game she's been in and then a photo of her and just rank them.
Right.
Oh my God, that's a great stream idea.
Something I really enjoy about this over the original game is now you have like a home base.
I'm sorry, one second. We got some insane news. People are saying that same actress, Deborah Wilson, is the voice of Crying Wolf from Metal Gear Solid 4.
What?
That's fucking insane. Is that real?
I could see that.
That's
but
crazy.
That is weird.
My God.
That whole squad in 4 is like the least interesting of any Metal Gear Solid game.
Yeah, they basically just tumble out of the clown car at the end of the battle, and then they go, and start crying until you whip their ass.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
She's a very prolific voice actor. Oh, I'm sure. That specific. The thought that she was in Metal Gear Solid 4 throws me hard.
Right.
I'm like, whoa.
exactly.
Whoa.
But I guess Mad TV talent and Metal Gear Solid just go hand in hand.
Yeah, Phil Lamar is
Right,
there in 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, back
God,
and forth.
she's in
Yes.
everything nowadays.
Yeah, no, she's
Mhm.
probably one of the most active video game actors there is.
Days Gone, Gears 5, The Outer Worlds 1, Rage 2,
Yeah, she's in everything.
World of Warcraft Shadowlands, Rift Apart, she's Kit.
Huh.
Oh, what?
Really? I didn't put
Huh.
that together. No, I didn't know that.
Kid is like the robot buddy of the parallel world Ratchet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right?
Yeah, she's Tithead.
Yes. Isn't that a Mystery Science Theater character?
No. Robot roll call. Cambot. Tithead.
This game has a bunch of really well put together cutscenes, and that's very appreciated. They have a bunch of like interactions between different characters in these. You have a main home base where basically that ship they showed in a few trailers follows you around the whole game. So you always go back there to go to your private room. So you at least have interactions with other characters while there instead of being like so weirdly isolated as the first game was and having Fragile sometime teleport in. And that's about it for interactions with other people. So that's appreciated. I oftentimes with the way the cutscenes are directed and everything's like, man, if this was just like a solid 8-10 hour experience with a bunch of these back to back, people would be hailing this as the most impressive video game ever made. It was like, this is like, I struggle to think of the last time we just had a game where we played through it and had a bunch of cool cutscenes and things happen.
Yeah, no, that's modern gaming.
Even Alan Wake 2, which I think comes pretty close, is just a little too long.
Yeah,
it's a sizable chunk of a video game for sure.
But it still has neat things happening pretty constantly.
It
yes,
does.
that's why we all praise the fucking ever-loving shit out of it. The fucking level that is a musical.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Is-
that's
God,
incredible.
what an amazing thing.
That's the most
And
Kojima
it
thing
has
to happen in
Iceman.
gaming in a very long time.
It is.
It has Iceman, who suffers forever for being Iceman.
Yes.
I'm never going to refer to that guy as anything else.
That's maybe the role that he would most like you to remember, considering some of the other ones he's had.
I don't doubt that.
I don't think he would want you to remember him being the child murdering cuck fetishist from The Boys.
Probably not, no.
I find it really funny in this game. They're like, there's a new ammo type. It's called MP bullets. It works on whatever. So if you shoot a guy, it doesn't kill him. It's a rubber bullet. If you shoot a BT, it works on a BT. If you shoot like one of these mechanized things, it'll work with a normal bullet. So they're just like, get rid of that whole system of needing to carry different kinds of guns for different kinds of enemies. We don't want to do that.
What are they? Rubber bullets covered in piss.
Yeah, basically. It's really funny when it's for explosives. It's like, how does that make sense? It doesn't make sense, but who cares?
Right?
I found out very quickly, not very quickly, near the end, like really late into my playthrough, how devastating the effects of explosives are on cargo.
Yeah.
That may be in your vehicle, and you don't realize because your vehicle isn't taking that much damage from it, but the cargo takes massive damage. So I had like you need to complete this delivery in 5 minutes. Get like halfway across the map, and it's really tough. Near the end of it, that I run into these new things called chiral creatures that are in the environment. So it's just like a bunch of just tiny little spiders all over the ground.
Uh-huh.
I call it the grenade launcher
Yeah.
and start shooting at them.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way to get a large number of them.
Mm-hmm.
One of those shots, I shot a little too close to my own car because you can shoot it from the top of your car. It just destroys the item that I was carrying completely. It just completely dead.
Ruh-roh. So,
What's up?
does it have a PC version yet?
No, it's PS5 exclusive for now.
I'm excited for it to come out on PC so someone can mod in The Rock from SpongeBob to be a vehicle.
The Rock?
Norman Reedus just sitting. Yeah, because there's an episode where they're delivering a pizza and they get stranded. But then they find a giant rock, and SpongeBob's like, "Oh, the pioneers rode these babies for miles." And Squidward thinks he's insane, but then it drives like a car.
Yeah, then it just fucking takes off.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
They've added a lot more ways to upgrade your character, which is nice. So now you have on your backpack, you can put a lot of little accessories. Like you can put extra grenade pouches, you can put extra anti-gravity things that make it so you can carry more in the backpack. You can do ammo clips, all sorts of things, and you get to arrange them like in a grid on the literal back of your backpack, which is a fun little game. They've also added a skill tree, which is just a large thing that constantly is expanding. Like every time you get a new location in the network, it adds points to this that you can use on the tree. And there's stuff that like auto aim. There's a feature that's supposed to, when you get knocked over and your stuff falls off your back, it's supposed to like keep it near you, like be magnetized a little bit. That feature just doesn't seem to work. I don't know what's up with that. But lots of neat features that do work, like auto detectors, so it like highlights enemies near you, things like that. Yeah, and that's neat. This game's got a lot of neat stuff. There's now monorails.
What's that word? Monorail.
So you have these mines you can like find, and they have a monorail connected to them to like another part of the country, and there's basically a monorail going all the way around the outer edge of Australia, basically.
Oh wow.
So that's neat, and you have to rebuild it one section at a time, kind of like the roads, but they're actually cheaper than the roads, I think. So I actually did finish a few of those, and it makes getting around the country a lot more easy, because you can even load your car into the monorail, and it takes the car into you into any other cargo you want. It's like a big box, container, crate, whatever you want to call it.
Like a rock.
Yes, like over a rock. There's the character that is, they showed him in trailers, that looks like Solid Snake and is basically a stand-in for Mad Mixelson from the last game.
Yeah.
Now that is a lot more connected to Sam and like things going on in the main story.
Okay.
It doesn't feel as completely just segregated and separated off, so that's neat. Lots of things that just seem like logical choices I'm glad they made. But it still has a bunch of stuff like, man, I wish this was a little bit of smoother experience. Like, I don't need every time I go up to a new location. Like, too much of this game is talking to hologram dudes outside their station.
Yeah.
And that's like them just doing generic animation and saying something you really don't care about. Like, every time you get a new piece of equipment, they have to explain it. And it's like, this is the sort of thing that works in Metal Gear Solid because you have a guy you talk to. So you're learning more about the dude. You learn more about Otacon, Sigint, whoever's telling you about the device that you're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
And you get them to have their personality and learn about the thing. So it's cool. Here, it's like, yeah, every random person has to tell you about this device. So you learn nothing about them. You just learn about this thing that they've given you. It's like, I don't need you to explain how this grenade launcher works. I don't care. It's a grenade launcher. You're not a character.
Oh.
So that sucks. There's way too much of that. There are a lot of times I just end up skipping through a lot of that dialogue. It's like, yep. We gotta connect to the network. Gotta see that connected network cutscene every time. It was like, I'm skipping it, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, that's sometimes I got that way with the first one, even where it's just again connecting to the network cutscene and et cetera, et cetera. By the end of the game, I was like, okay, I'm skipping this.
Yeah, no, it's like if you did anything interesting with this ever, I wouldn't skip it, but I'm skipping it every time.
Right.
So that's still Death Stranding.
Yep.
Right. There's lots of fun stuff out there, at least. Like sometimes the person you run into out in the wilds isn't some just generic dude. Sometimes it's Mamoru Oshii, but a pizza chef.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It sounds like an improv prompt.
It does.
The most esoteric fucking whose line is it anyways prompt.
Right? It's like, what are you talking about? You sound insane. But yeah, in once in a while, like with them, they will have an incredible cutscene for you, and you just need to kind of feel out, like get a few stars with each of these random places to see if you're going to get something really cool or if you're going to get nothing. Which isn't great, but it's Death Stranding. I want to move away from this kind of game so bad because there's so much still like, oh man, Kojima's still got some juice here. But it's so held back by being Death Stranding.
Yeah, I mean, it's that sort of thing where the number one thing you experienced playing Death Stranding was being like, this just makes me hungrier for a Metal Gear-like game from this man right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's all I gotta say about it. I'm enjoying it. Like you once you get into a flow of things and you get past that horrible opening of 4 hours or so, it's a lot of fun just to make deliveries and deal with BTs and how much fancier some of them are. Some of them make the entire environment different. Like those are the
Oh, wow.
they'll make the whole like your old vision go red. Some of them can actually see instead of just being sight or being sound based. So like their eyes are glowing and they have the vision cone coming out of them.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, no, there's lots of really cool stuff in this game. And then lots of driving around.
How much have you been playing it? Do you know?
My just ballpark guess would probably be that I got around 40 hours in or so.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was guessing by now.
Yeah, because I have been throwing a lot of time at it.
Because we had time. We only streamed last Friday, and then we took off from streaming in order to catch up on things.
Mm-hmm.
Do real life stuff and also play some video games for Game of the Year. Because we only get 2 more months to prepare.
Yep, I sure have a list.
I have a list. I look at it a lot, and I'm like, man, this year had some really great games.
Yeah, no, there's some good stuff.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm going to end up at the point where I'm looking at Yotei and Death Stranding with a gun and just being like, I don't know which to shoot, and then I'll think for 10 seconds and shoot Ghost of Yotei.
Oh, no!
Even if that game ends up better, like, sorry, I'm going Kojima every time.
Yeah. I get it. I do. But the gambling mini game, it's so good. You slide the coins.
I can't wait for this Game of the Year when I finally get to have my vengeance for you guys liking Ghost of Tsushima just slightly less than I did.
I consider the amount I liked Ghost of Tsushima quite a lot. But also, I assume, based on what I've played of Yotei already, it basically should resolve all my problems with Tsushima.
That's great.
I've already played through like multiple structured levels.
Ooh.
Yes. So I'm really looking forward to playing more of that.
Yeah, I'm hoping I like Ghosts. I really am.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to play that after Death Stranding.
So here we go. Am I good to move on, Bob?
Yeah.
I'm hitting the button, chat!
Game code provided by Square Enix.
I've been playing Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D.
Oh, damn.
Cool.
They done
Whoa.
sent my ass a code.
Man, yeah, the day 0.
I thought that shit was going to come in too late to talk about on Big Thing, and I was really fucking sad, but no.
I wasn't going to get this, and now everybody's saying, yeah, they made Dragon Quest 2 into a real game. And I'm like, fuck, what? I can't even imagine that.
Dude, somehow they turned the first, and I know how. They turned Dragon Quest 1 allegedly into a 16-hour game, and Dragon Quest 2 into a 50-hour game. So they definitely put some shit in this game. Now, would you like to hear my theory about how Dragon Quest 1 is supposed to be 16 fucking hours long? I go to the first cave in Dragon Quest 1, and there's a rival group in there who's like themselves going to loot they're going to look at the grave of the great hero Erdrick. And there's so many dialogue moments and like gags with them, and I'm like, oh, are you going to be around the whole game?
Yeah.
And this is the new thing. This is why this game's this much longer. This is fucking insane. This is fucking
I think it's
insane.
funny
What's
that they
going
didn't
on?
they didn't have to add shit to Dragon Quest 3, but 1 and 2, they're like, we better like put in some like ground sausage and some onion and maybe make this something you can eat.
I don't know. I think for some reason in my head, like do that to 2, sure. 1 should be the most
I
bare
agree.
bones experience known to man.
It's
I
even
do
weirder
agree with that.
because Bob, you got to be here for this moment.
Yes.
In fact, you got to be around for me playing a decent chunk of it.
Yeah, I didn't see any 2, but I saw a lot of 1.
Yeah, I didn't boot 2.
Okay.
Because 1, it's not going to take me that long to get through. I figured I would just beat 1 and then play a bit of 2 and see whether I want to stick with it or not. Because I haven't beaten 2 original. Grew up with the games, didn't beat the games. That's my childhood. Anyway.
they added an intro before you're in the throne room in the castle. And
That
I'm like,
actually upset me.
why have you done this? Why did you add this whole...
And then this group of people are out in the woods and they're being attacked by all these iconic Dragon Quest monsters. And that's when you show up and save them. And I'm like, if I run into those enemies in the next 2 hours, I'm a dead man. What is this cutscene? That fucking skeleton will rip me in half like I'm fucking paper. What is this cutscene? I'm supposed to be saving them? Are you fucking kidding me?
So they had like a whole thing. Honestly, I'm going to go ahead and say that is skippable. If you're playing and you don't like that they added a thing that wasn't in Dragon Quest 1 like at all and it's kind of weird, just skip it. Just literally just skip. And then you'll end up at the fucking castle and then you can play Dragon Quest 1. They did the funniest thing in this. I'm going to see if I can find an image because I don't know if I took a picture in order to show on Big Think. I'm really hoping. Yes. So, if you own Dragon Quest III HD 2D, which
Game code provided by Square Enix.
I also got a code for that, you get a special unlock in the 2 different games. And in Dragon Quest 1, you get the dog suit. So
That's really funny.
Your hero just gets to walk around wearing this.
God.
They changed the loading icon to be the dog walking instead of you in the hero armor.
Holy shit.
It also insanely raises your defense. So I just went, yeah, I'm just going to go to the bottom of that cave right now.
Yeah.
I don't need to stop for shit. My defense got more than doubled by this shit. That is hilarious. Bark Drick.
God. This is so like that. It desperately makes me want like the Bonta-kun armor from Fumofu.
Oh my god. Jesus.
It's really good seeing that in this art style. For Dragon Quest 2, you get a cat suit.
Oh.
It's so great. I laugh so hard at this shit because in 1 they put it in the hotel in the very first town. You go into the inn and it's just a treasure chest by the door. I assume it's same deal in the second one, but I don't remember what town name it used. But yeah, no, this game's delightful. I spent a lot of the time playing this and hanging out with my friends, just talking about how much I would have loved if they did an HD 2D style thing like this for Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
Like-
no, that would be really cool.
Because, man, I fucking love Dragon Quest, and it's really, really cool getting to see it in this fidelity. This music is great, except for the songs that are faithfully not, which is really just one so far. I'm really enjoying this. This is a great time. You shouldn't be surprised. It's like, hey, here's the turn-based RPG you love. It is itself, and it's got pretty 2D art that's animated in a really great way. And it's got this really pretty 3D aesthetic. I'm playing it on the PS5. It looks and runs great. I'm having a great fucking time.
Yeah, no, this game looks really nice. Like, I think that those animations for the enemies dying are like better than anything I've seen in Octopath and stuff. It's kind of weird.
It's really good. Like, it's really good. I would kill to get a Final Fantasy IV remake like this. Like an HD 2D Final Fantasy IV would be so awesome.
That would be really good.
This is great though. I'm having a great time with it. You know whether or not you want this, frankly. Like, you already know inside of you whether or not this is something you're down for, and I can say it's what you think it is.
This is something I'm going to buy when it's cheaper, and also after I play Dragon Quest 1 Original, because I need to know.
Yeah. No, I highly recommend.
Also, it feels inevitable with how successful these have been that they're going to just be like, here's Final Fantasy 1 through 6 doing it. Yes, we did those pixel remasters, but we want more money. We had to turn the company off and then back on.
So part of me, I applied for the PS5 version. When I got it, I went, wait, why didn't I try to get a Switch 2 version? I think why is because it didn't say Switch 2 on the application form. It just said Switch.
Oh, yeah.
And so I don't know if there's also a Switch 1 version, but my brain went, I don't want a Switch 1 version. I applied for PS5.
Right.
This would have been a great game to play on the Switch 2, I bet, if it performs right.
Right, as long as it's not like locked at like 30.
If only there was some sort of YouTube channel that would let me know if a game performed well on a platform. Brazil Pixel. Oh,
Yes, of
okay. Yeah,
course.
there we. Thank you, Brazil Pixel. There is a Switch 1 version, but there's no Switch 2 upgrade path. See, and that's what I was afraid of. That
Right.
I would get stuck with the Switch 1 version and no way to get to the Switch 2 version. For that reason, I applied for the PS5 code because I could not risk. One, I'm extremely grateful for getting this code. And 2, I cannot waste that opportunity with getting a version that would just have problems, right?
Right.
So, yeah, no, this is like this is good. This is good. I don't know how I'm gonna have time for all these games.
Yeah, no.
We slipped. I felt the gashunk as I slipped past the time where I felt like I had a comfortable amount of time to beat games for Game of the Year.
Yeah.
To now.
Right, you still haven't even booted Dynasty Warriors.
No.
That game is enormous. I think that's a game that's longer than Death Stranding is going to be, which is crazy.
That is insane. I'm ready to talk about the next game I've been playing.
Okay.
Once Upon a Katamari.
I also played some of this today.
I have a brain disease. They're like, yo, you get these 3 challenges, you get these 3 crowns, there's a special gift, and there are cousins in every level. And I'm like, well, I guess I have to get it all. So I put over 25 hours into Once Upon a Katamari.
I've put 2 so far. Here's my complaint. They tell you what rank you're getting on the UI now. That's bullshit. You might as well just make the King of all Cosmos not abusive. The whole point of Katamari is I try really hard and think I did great, and then I show him the Katamari and he tells me to kill myself.
Yeah, that's true. That is what it is.
Yes.
If I know how he's gonna react, it's not the same.
There's really, for me, there are only a couple problems. They're pretty mild. To illustrate this point, I'm gonna pull up a clip. It should hopefully not play with audio, but I actually don't know what it's gonna do. We'll see. Hopefully it doesn't have audio. Okay. It unfortunately does have audio. Sorry about that, everyone. There was no way to mute it in advance. So on the stage select, it has a classic Unity error where the camera for the stage select zones is a 50 hertz camera updating at 60 frames per second. So every 6th frame, like clockwork, nothing moves, but they animate. You can even see our man here is literally standing in place and spinning his wheel for that extra frame.
Weird.
Why has Unity not fixed this?
So first off, it's a default option. Anyone could technically fix this themselves. Secondly, they did years ago at this point, but people are using such old versions of Unity that it keeps ending up in games, even still. The gameplay does not have this problem. It is just the stage select. On the PS5 Pro, which, sorry everyone, I'm playing on the Pro. I wish I could speak for the PS5 normal. Performance has been perfect, except for one level where they opened up Edo Japan entirely. And it's just like, yo, if you turn this way at this moment, not only are you seeing an insane amount of stuff in the city you're in right now, but the horizon extends all the way out. And we're animating and doing all that. So performance dips a little there. Else-wise, it's been perfect. This is a really fucking enjoyable game, which you would assume since I put 25 fucking hours into it in 1 week.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really good. I saw Setmal was pointing out, and I noticed it too. It's a little weird and snappy in a specific way. The game wants you to snap to one of 8 directions when moving with both sticks. So if you, instead of turning it all, if you just push both sticks in any one direction, it really wants to octogate it virtually, which is really, really strange. I don't know why the stick mapping's like that. The remake of the original Katamari wasn't like that.
Huh.
So I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, no, you can still steer it and stuff with the 2 separate sticks to turn and do the more gradual thing. And if you don't push the stick all the way, it's a little bit more nuanced. Mato B in chat saying neither was We Heart Katamari remake. Yeah, I didn't hear of anyone having these problems before now. Did those remakes have the new control scheme? Because they added a new control scheme. I didn't use it at all, but it's tried to make it a little simpler for people.
Okay,
so
that makes sense.
There might be a chance that this is a thing that came out of them making a new control scheme and not noticing how their systems changed the feel of the original control scheme. Anyway, aside from that, you can use the L2 button now to do your charge instead of having to alternate sticks to rev up and then let go. You can still do that.
Okay.
But now you could just do L2. They added power-ups now. That is in this game. It might be in an older game. I haven't played every Katamari despite owning Touch My Katamari and having seen the 3D king of all cosmos, unfortunately. So there are cool pickups like getting rockets attached to the side of your Katamari to go insanely fast in any direction. There's time stop. So if there are annoying things you want to capture that normally fly away like birds or whatever, you can just time stop them and get their ass.
That's nice.
It also does stop the timer, so you can just pop it to get a little bit more time.
Which is really
the
nice.
magnet's my favorite. It just magnets everything that can fit onto your Katamari for a while.
Yeah, which of course you build that into the route in your head to know the optimal moment to pop that and charge straight down a road.
Yeah.
Right.
This game is like the exact right scope too. Like it's definitely bigger and shinier than bigger and nicer than the previous ones. But like the textures on things are even pixelated still. Like
yeah, and like
we need so many more games like this.
Yeah, no, I think they did a great job. They, for the first time in the Katamari series, at least according to resources I saw online, they have cutscenes in the levels. So you'll do a thing and it'll play a cutscene where like the Japanese dudes run out of a place holding the armor and now it's moved to a different location. And like the cutscenes are animated in a hilarious way. Really, really quite good. The job they did here representing that Katamari fidelity and making really funny cutscenes with that shit.
There's also like little side quests in a couple maps. Like you're collecting gold. This dude wants bombs though. If you bring him bombs, he'll blow open a mine and there's a shitload of gold in there.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. There was a hilarious cutscene. There's a hilarious cutscene where when you start a level, it does a cutscene to begin with, just to be like showing you sort of what the deal with the level is and also having funny gags. And there was one where I was in an Egyptian pyramid and the goofiest shit in the world just took place. It's like, oh, there are ghosts everywhere as these ghosts start chasing these explorers down hallways and it literally Scooby-Doo. So they run into one door and out of another. And it's so fucking hilarious. It's such a funny game. One of the ghosts, by the way, when I grabbed it, made the Pac-Man dying sound.
I mean, they're so Namco. They can do that.
Like, that's brilliant. I really am enjoying this game. One of the only shortcomings is I feel like the soundtrack could be larger, and they want to sell you DLC that's the soundtrack from the prior games. And it's like, what was it, $30 and 60 songs?
Yeah.
Or you could buy them separately in 2 different packs for $20. And I'm like, wait, this game was $40, and this DLC for music is $30. This is a $70 video game. You tricked me.
Yes.
You tricked me.
They got you.
I did not buy this at full price. Apparently, and I didn't know this going in, I just wanted a physical copy so I could send it to people so they could try it. This is a part of GameStop's Pro program where if you're a GameStop Pro Power-Up, whatever they call that, they take 10% off the price, even though it's a brand new fucking video game.
Jesus.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, no, they've been trying weird different things.
So
really weird things, in fact,
Really
we
weird.
might have to discuss
this
later.
week.
right, we might have to
Very
discuss
strange.
some weird GameStop shit later in this very episode.
So zany and weird.
But I went to a new GameStop. I didn't go to the one we always go to, run by the guy who should maybe get hit by a golf cart or something. It was really funny going there. The attendant was very helpful. But I started making jokes about, like, because Spiff's with me and he's also picking up his copy of What's About a Katamari. I'm like, Spiff, it doesn't say it officially has a pro mode, but I bet the pro's way better at playing this. You should pick up a PS5 Pro for this. And the guy at the counter is like, well, you know, the PS5 Pro, it really has features that only show up if you have like a higher end TV. And I'm like, that's technically not true because PS5 normal takes advantage of the exact high end features on a TV. Like there's no TV mode that the Pro supports that the PS5 normal does other than 8K, which I think there are 3 8K games, maybe only 2. But I didn't say anything, and I thought that was funny. Then I moved on to making jokes of, Spiff, you should get the PS5 Portal. You should get the PlayStation Portal. That'd be great for it. And the guy at GameStop, he was like, that is our most returned thing in the store. The PlayStation Portal is the single most returned thing ever, and I keep trying to tell people to buy the used one so they can return it for the full price, the full value. And they don't do it. They keep buying the new one, and then they have to trade it in for a third of its value.
Yeah, of course.
So anyways, we can see through this that there is a strong desire to play your PS5 games portably. So it'll be really interesting when Sony actually makes a device that does that instead of this fucking thing that hyper specifically is the Wii U game tablet.
Right. Yeah.
Please look down at the PlayStation Portal. Yeah, so that I thought that was interesting to be told it's the single most returned thing in the fucking store.
Yeah, it's so funny how that's not even surprising at all.
Right, because you
Right.
need good internet.
That's exactly what we said when we saw this thing coming out.
Yeah, we're
And
like
I said
nobody's.
multiple times, like, I'm glad I don't have to sell that.
Is this gonna turn out to be like what ended up being the case with like the Genesis, where it's like we sold so many, all of them were returned.
With the Sega Genesis?
Yeah, that was a thing that came out a couple years ago, where like some Sega of Japan guy was like, "Stop saying the Genesis sold so much in America. It didn't. We shipped them to retailers. They didn't sell them and shipped them back."
Mm.
You know, that's kind of the same thing. But yeah, Katamari's good. Katamari's real good. Did you know the joy of Katamari is literally fucking timeless? It feels really good to have a tiny Katamari and you roll up the things and then you're huge and then you roll up bigger things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you see like a line of things that are not huge, but just big enough to give you good mass, and then you get the brain chemicals. The keys, there's the simple joy of rolling, the quaint art style, the amazing music, and your dad abusing you. Those are the four components of Katamari.
Every time I think about Keita Takahashi, based that dude on his dad, and now Namco owns his dad. That is the funniest fucking thing in the world to me.
That certainly explains some things.
Yes, it does.
That's like a John Krafalski saying, "Yeah, that abusive psychopath is based on my dad."
Mm-hmm.
Except with him, it's like, and he's great.
Right? He's like,
What
yeah,
a
my
man.
dad was based to hit me. Oh, okay, dude. All right. Yeah, no, Katamari is good. It's really good. I assume you'll want to borrow it when I'm done.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And then I'll have to play something that isn't Dragon Quest, most likely, like Ghost of Yota.
Right. He's like, maybe you'll put it to Yote, because presumably I'll
Sadly-
borrow that once you're done with it too.
Right.
And you'll go through Death Stranding too, and this is all real and will happen.
I mean, if Death Stranding 2 is only about 40 hours, I could get it done. I mean, you saw how much time I put into Katamari in a single week trying to. So here's you want to know about the single worst part of Katamari. You beat a level. It's like, congrats. There are challenges. You can do them one at a time. The challenge is like, grab this many or more objects. So let's say 450. I'm like, I know I grabbed like 1,000. Why am I doing this challenge? So I do another run of the level. And now the next challenge unlocks, grab 550 items. I just did that.
That's awful.
I just did that.
I don't
so
know how
I
you
do
designed
that.
something so bad.
I did that. Then it's like, grab 650 of items in this level.
That's weird, because some of the levels do that it updates.
Oh, no,
to
no,
give
no.
you a
You're
higher
talking about the rank.
I know.
That is somehow a separate concept to them.
Yeah, I don't weird.
Yeah.
Because the rank will often be how many of a thing you got, like a specific item, or how big your thing is. And these aren't that. These are,
Yeah.
you need to grab so many objects, which means you're prioritizing getting smaller objects. 100%ing this game is, quite frankly, an awful experience. It's probably best to avoid it, because you can get all three of the crowns and the cousins and the hidden gift, technically, in one run. But you cannot do more than one challenge at a time, and you cannot do them at all until you beat it at least once, which means 100%ing every level requires at minimum 4 runs, and has taken me at maximum 8 runs, and some of them I just gave up.
Yeah,
I was like, nah, I'm moving on, see ya. I'm good.
Thank you. Thankfully, I do not have that compulsion for this game.
The trophies have nothing to do with the challenge system. I'll explain what the challenges do in a moment, but the trophies, hilariously, every single trophy in the entire fucking game is, did you get all the crowns? Here's the trophy.
that is really funny that this is so narrowly focused.
It's like, that's the only thing it cares about. The challenges get you king tokens. The king tokens you feed into a hilarious, like, Easter Island head of the king of all cosmos that opens up and spits out a pachinko ball with a decoration thing for your character. So it's either an expression you can make or an accessory you can put on your cousin. But the cousins are already perfect.
Yeah, I was like, I don't.
And you can change every color of every cousin.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, you can go into the spaceship.
So I turned the young king who I got from having a Katamari reroll save
Yep.
into me. And I might post a picture of that at some point.
You need you need to. I need to see that. That's way too fucking funny. That's fucking hilarious.
You can also name them, and the king will refer to you by that name in cutscene. So now he's calling me by my name, which is scary.
Now it's personal. Yeah, I named my first custom Katamari cousin 1 because I was like, oh, okay, that's neat. I'll come back and do this later. And then he called me 1, and I was like, oh, I'm not using this anymore. I'm going back to playing as Cosme. Cosme's great because Cosme's a brush, and there's so many cutscenes, story cutscenes in the game where Cosme's illustrating, you know, ancient Japan style painting with ink and stuff. The king doing amazing accomplishments, like wrestling a giant eel. And then it looks epic as shit. And I'm like, this is great. What a fantastically funny game. I enjoy this game. This is probably going to sit high enough on my game of the year to be laughable. But people are like, really? And I'm like, yes, really. Which is nothing.
Pure joy.
This is nothing new for my game of the year list. Technically, I don't want to spoil anything. But my tentative really high up in my top 10 is Warriors Abyss.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I love that fucking game. I put so much time into that game. I got every character in that game. That's a great fucking game. That's like one of the most enjoyable one of those I've ever fucking played. They added characters and I was like, ooh, Atelier characters. And I went back and I got them and I'm like, okay. Ooh, Ninja Gaiden. Okay, I'm done. So every time they add something, I show up again and I go, hey, what's up?
Ooh, piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, that's raspberry.
It's just
Yeah, Katamari's good. Chris, did you want to say anything else before we? Oh, what's up,
No,
Bob?
I've hardly played anything.
the first thing that happened when you tried to show me this game.
So I played 22 hours of this game before showing anyone. And then my friends and Bob's one of them, comes over. I'm like, yeah, this game's great. I boot it. Go ahead and tell him, Bob.
Do you guys remember that We Love Katamari level where it's like, oh, get one cow or one bear? And if you
That's the word started. That's the only thing left.
No, that just happened to be where Dan was. So yeah, he goes forward like they put a bear like right in front of the Katamari, so it starts the level immediately ends level. And it's like that 3 times in a row. And Dan's not giving up though.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to get this. And I tried that level like 6, 7, 8 times.
Uh-huh.
And every time I comically failed. And I'm like, fuck this. We're moving on. Because that actually is my least favorite level. Both me and Tosha pour a level that's like cows. Only one.
Yeah, no, that level's insane. I don't know why they brought that back.
The cow level deserves to exist just for the King Cosmos yelling, "It's a cow!" I think it's funny. He's like a daimyo now. And he spins the Katamari on his big parasol as he judges you.
Yes, I really like that. I wish there were other ones, though, because you go to all these time periods, because that's the whole shtick with this game. It's not just Japan. It's also Stone Age, Wild West, and all these other things. And it's really great. There's pirate level. It's so cool.
Right.
This is a really cool game. In this pirate ship level, as you play it, the pirate will get boarded by another pirate ship and they'll battle. And I'm like, this is awesome. The level expanded through this hilarious, goofy cutscene.
Right?
Delightful game. Delightful game. There is not a cowboy king. I know, depressing. Very depressing.
Very sad.
He was worried that maybe he would get too excited and enjoy costumes too much. Chris, did you have anything else you want to say about Once Upon a Katamari?
No, I don't think so.
Bob, did you play anything else?
No, that was it for me.
I'm trying to think of... I played a demo for a game, and it was during Steam Next Fest that this demo went up. A friend of the channel, Justizak, who makes a lot of our thumbnails, let me know that a friend of theirs was working on a game, and it had a demo during Steam Next Fest. So I went and checked it out. It's called The Island of Dr. Morose. And you only need to take one look at it to realize it is very clearly inspired by Seuss.
Oh, it gets
yeah.
better.
So it's Lovecraftian point-and-click adventure inspired by Dr. Seuss art style with, honestly, some pretty good dreary fucking music bearing down on you and a lot of horror. Every line in the game rhymes in that Seuss-like way, and it's got some great visuals and nightmares.
Oof.
No, you can't. Dr. Seuss is already fucked up enough sometimes. You can't just do
Right?
that.
I found it enjoyable. There were a couple problems I ran into with the demo where I picked up an object and it did literally nothing, but it did disappear from the map. And I'm like, everything else I picked up shows up in my inventory. What's up with this? I still don't know what's up with that. Ultimately, the reason I stopped playing the demo after playing it for a little over half an hour is that when you save, it saves your amount of health. So you can really like fuck yourself over by just like, oh, I saved with jack shit for health. What's that in the corner? Don't worry about it. This isn't about the bloody mess in the corner of the level. You don't need to worry about that.
Oh, you mean the natural outcome of Seuss architecture?
I think they did a really good job with this, honestly, from a visual and like audio perspective. Mechanically, I'm not really in love with the game. But I don't know, maybe because it's supposed to come out in December. So they've got a couple months, or basically a month and a week or whatever. I'm hoping it shapes up a little bit more. There were some mild problems, but the demo is still up. You could still try the demo for the Island of Dr. Morose. It's pretty good. It's about two brothers who were both scientific geniuses, basically, like really, really adept at this sort of stuff, who wanted to work for Dr. Morose doing research, but only one of the brothers gets invited. And eventually the rumors become that Dr. Morose, in running out of things to experiment on, just turned to his crew and started experimenting on them. So you've
tracks.
stolen a boat and gone to the island to find your brother. It's pretty neat. It's really neat. I'm hoping it gets some of those problems resolved, and I enjoy the final game even more. Anyways, you thought the Xbox segment was us selling out. Wait until you hear about nepotism. But yeah, no, Island Dr. Morose, look it up. It's pretty interesting. I wish my pictures I took successfully saved, but when I uninstalled the demo, I think it uninstalled the pictures as well. So I was like, shit, I gotta pull these images from the Steam page, which unfortunately are not as good as the images I took. It's every single one of them, the character's side profile, because he's walking left or right. And I'm like, no, dude, you need him looking towards the camera because they want to see that. And where's the inventory with the grabby hand? Because like you walk up to a machine and it'll be like, oh, there's this thing that can be removed from it, and your mouse cursor has become a giant Seuss-like hand. And so you run it over there, click to grab, and then you just pull it out. Like there's a lot of mechanics about doing that. The saving mechanism is a horrible mouth with a 4-way split, like a nightmare piranha plant from Mario Brothers, and you stick your hand in to have it bite you and take your blood. So that way, at a later date, it can make a perfect copy of you if you die.
Oh, good.
That's the mechanic in this. But yeah, I thought the game was neat. I had a neat time with it. Just a couple of frustration points. Bob talked about everything he played. I think I talked about everything I played because it was mostly Katamari, and then at the last minute, Dragon Quest, that game. Aggro, you talked about everything you played.
I did.
I think this leaves Chris. Chris, what did you play other than Katamari?
I finished Pokemon Z to A.
Legends. It's like
Legends.
golden. We have to just yell Legends.
It was all right. Like it beyond the part, not talking again once about like this is too Nintendo. This is just a little bit too cheap. Why does if two entities have to interact in any way, it fades to black for that to happen and then fades back in?
Oh,
Here you go. And instead of doing the under camera hand, they just black out.
Yes, they do that every time somebody hands you something.
wow.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I think they're moving this franchise in a direction I like. It's just that it's so cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the combat system is really janky.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because there's I ended up focusing mostly on melee attacks because using projectiles, sometimes my Pokemon would decide I can't shoot Ice Beam unless I'm standing in a specific position relative to you. So I have to run across the battlefield and stand at a 45-degree northern angle. This sure kind of is Nintendo going like, we have to fix X and Y. We did a lot of shit in that story. We kind of have to satisfyingly resolve any of it.
Huh.
Yet at the same time, like when they start doing that and giving you the deep lore of X and Y, I'm like, this is about X and Y. So I'm just imagining my trainer falling asleep, standing up, like their eyes slowly closing.
Yeah, it's funny because like the lack of legend in the game didn't really feel like that at all because they just sent you back to the past.
Yeah, this is specifically 5 years after X and Y. We have a candidate for biggest jobber coming out of this game.
Of course we do. Pokemon's good at that.
I think we're probably also going to have a plan of the year candidate. It's fine. They shouldn't have charged $70 for this. They should have charged $50.
Yeah.
Like, for the record, I don't think that about Scarlet and Violet. Like, that's a much larger game with a bigger scope that it does things to execute on. And this feels like so much smaller and plainer in a lot of ways. So it's like, yeah, you really shouldn't have charged $70 for this. Also, they took out the linking cable. Fuck you. Why the fuck would you take that out? Linking cord, I'm sorry. That's the thing in Arceus where if you put it on a Pokemon that's a trait evolution and level it up, it will evolve.
Oh, yeah.
They took that out.
But they didn't put in trading or anything, did they?
No, you can trade.
Okay, so they were like, well, now you don't need that anymore because you can actually trade and do it normally.
Well, that's stupid. Trade your Pokemon and get it traded back. That's so dumb. Just put the linking cord back in. Those motherfuckers are going to charge me $30 for it. That's their plan.
Chris is going to be like, and this motherfucking Pokemon won't evolve until it's happy. Give me a drug. I want to inject it. Fucking evolve. Be happy.
They have that, Dan.
Yes, but I'm naming a quirky way to evolve a Pokemon and how you would go on a deranged rant about drugging them instead.
I really don't like the raids. I compared this to a Falcom game last week, and it feels like East 8 or 9, where it's like, and now's the chunk of the game where you go do raids. And I'm like, but those aren't good and take so long.
I haven't seen raids in this game. I haven't seen anyone post anything of that, and I haven't bumped into a stream. What is it like in this game?
Okay, it's like this Pokemon is gonna mega evolve, but like an evil mega evolution that hurts it. So go pacify it. And what that means is, unless you're using a mega evolved Pokemon, you do basically no damage to it, and it has a lot of fucking health. And there's all these little nuances to it where it's like, it's not. It's too hard to hit it in this phase of its pattern. So pull your Pokemon back in so you don't use up your mega evolution gauge, because it's a gauge.
Oh, okay.
And if you hit it at certain times, they like fall down and hold their tummy because they got a tummy ache, and they spit out mega spheres, which fill up the mega evolution gauge. Landing attacks also fills up the mega evolution gauge. They didn't give you any way to turn mega evolution off.
So it just automatically goes?
It just automatically goes until it runs out. And if you put the Pokemon in the Pokeball, it stays mega evolved. For these mechanics in the raids, I assume. But it's unbelievably annoying to be like, okay, well, I busted out the mega evolution to smash in this guy's face because he used mega evolution. Now I can't box that Pokemon or do anything with it because it's mega evolved. I have to whip it out and just stand there and wait for the meter to drain.
That's weird. Okay.
Even if it completely ate up the meter, I would rather just be able to turn it off.
Right. Yeah. Every day I stare at Left Alive and Spider-Man 3 sitting on my entertainment center. How depressing.
Really great. They really knocked it out of the park with character designs this time. They're all really great.
Yeah, those Pokemon designs have been getting really fucking good.
Yeah, it's kind of
Like,
crazy.
doesn't-
They're so consistently good these days.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You may have already seen 8,000 pieces of fan art of the fairy and dragon trainers.
Or the Princess and Maid.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's unavoidable.
To once again doing the Falcom comparison, there's even a Dogi. So like they're really going in on it. If only it had the money of the Trails in the Sky remake.
That's just too high a bar. We can't possibly get there.
But yeah, I liked it. I'm gonna ship it off to Dan and Bob so they can try it if they want here in a little bit.
Yeah,
I also
I would have probably
ahead.
gotten this game if it wasn't $70 on the Switch too, to be honest. That literally, between that and them announcing the DLC before the game was out, it really soured me on it. So thank you for sending me a copy so I can check it out.
Yeah, and so many games started coming out that I really couldn't justify it. It's like, man.
Yeah, it's so much money.
Uh-huh.
I streamed the Kirby and the Forgotten Land post game and DLC.
Mm-hmm.
Post games, the post game. You collect all the soul spheres and then do the final boss like bigger and more upgraded. The DLC adds 12 new levels. They are bigger than a normal level.
Hmm.
And there's 3 new mouthful modes. There's 3 new things the baby will put in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Those being like a signboard that lets you do a sledding mini game.
Mm-hmm.
A spring that turns you like into Spring Mario from Mario Galaxy, except it controls better.
Or like Pac with the spring
and
boots.
a gear. The gear is really horrifying, but you can ride up walls.
Okay, wait. Like for the spring, do you become spring shaped or do you just like elongate?
Agro, do you not know about mouthful mode?
Oh no, I do. I'm trying to picture how it
become
works.
like a tube, but I think you can like vaguely see the shape of the spring and like outlined.
Nice.
Oh.
The levels are all pretty cool and look very nice because they have this crystal blue aesthetic and like you touch things to change reality. So it'll like make platforms spawn as this blue dimension like expands its influence. There's even levels where it's like you go to that water level and like the gimmick is the ocean split and you're running around on the seabed now. I was kind of all ready to be like, damn, it was actually worth $20.
Mm-hmm.
Except they didn't. They made half a new boss.
Half?
It is another remix of the final boss.
Oh.
Weird.
It has almost entirely new attacks, but it's still like the same kind of thing, shaped the same with the same features.
It's just the one boss. There's not like multiple.
Yes, there is not multiple bosses in this DLC. There's only the one. And it does add a new tier to the arena that has like an altered final boss of that. But I would have liked 1 or 2 bosses. I also would have liked one of the other copy powers to get another upgrade. Because there isn't a new copy power in this, which is fine. But I would have liked another power to get like the level 4, because in the base game only hammer and sword get the level 4s.
Huh.
Because you get the DDD hammer and the double DDD hammers and the Morpho Knight sword. Which is insanely broken, by the way. That Morpho Knight sword is insane because it has like life steal and you can summon ghosts to attack enemies that go like really far and will track. I kind of just humiliated everything once I got that. But yeah, that was fun. Then yesterday I touched Mass Attack and Kirby Air Ride and did my final Kirby rankings.
Mm-hmm.
Mass Attack kind of sucks, for being honest. Because first of all, it's an entirely stylus-driven game, and one that wants you to get a repetitive stress injury. Because the whole gimmick is the villain shows up, and this villain has the best plan of any Kirby villain. Because his plan is, I'm gonna split Kirby into 10, because I can take 1/10 of him at a time.
They wouldn't team up on me. That'd be crazy.
Well, he does defeat 9 of them.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
But he misses one, and then you play as a star that represents Kirby's heroic heart, and you go around and you respawn the other Kirbys by eating a bunch of fruit, and then you guide them through these levels. It's really funny that when you attack an enemy, they all just pile on him and start doing like overhand pounding with their hands, like they're just pummeling them. But it's not like you have to like flick to get them to jump. And it's just not a fan. Not a fan of that. Has neat music though. It's like very different from other Kirby games. Kirby Air Ride, I now understand the vision of doing a new one. Like I understand kind of how that game's gonna be. I also understand why that game got reamed in reviews. It's basically not there.
What do you mean?
That game has 3 game modes. Single races, the overhead races that were in that direct, and city trial.
Yeah.
There are 7 courses on each of those first 2, and then there's just city trial. They can have different things at the end. There's no Grand Prix. There's no. Like they made this game in like 4 months. I think somebody said like 4 to 6.
It was a very short development time. Check this out. So let me know if this sounds familiar. Sakurai needed to ship a game real fast, so they had to make a Kirby's Air Ride. What do you think? What do you think he's making a second one for? It's okay. It doesn't have any other hallmarks of we need more content out of this, less assets. Oh wait, it has roguelike mode. Okay, it's definitely that again, but
it's hard to be thinner than what this is, though.
Oh, I know.
Right.
This will be a $70 video game.
Yeah,
We are going to make every inch of content we make for it go as far as it can.
This is the first place the board with the squares that explode because you did certain things and give you shit came from.
This was before it's
Brawl.
Melee?
And Melee doesn't have
It
that.
wasn't in Melee. It was only in Brawl.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of the
It
great
has
innovations of Brawl.
It feels very Melee-esque. Melee sure felt like a completely different dimension from modern Nintendo. It feels like this chromed up thing compared to modern Nintendo to me.
Oh, you're talking about with Melee?
Yeah.
Melee felt like the aesthetic was technology.
Yeah, it was very like slick and futuristic in many
it's
ways.
the turn of the millennium, and we got this crazy GameCube. It's capable of so much. Holy shit, look at this game. Meanwhile, Brawl's menus and stuff have an aesthetic, but the game itself visual identity is, what if realism?
What if Hire This Man? What if Bloom?
The funniest thing is I saw someone, it drives me insane when people use this wrong. Is they're like, Mario's genes are skeuomorphic. And I'm like, no, it's just high detail, realistic genes. Please stop using that word.
But it's such a cool sounding word, and I sound very smart when I use it. Skeuomorphism. Skeuomorphism.
One moment, changing the title of this big thing.
Did that summon Beetlejuice?
No, it's someone who really likes Apple products in 2009. I hope you're happy.
No, I'm not happy.
I'm sorry.
But that was neat. I raced on every course, I think, and did not do that top-down mode very much because it seems bad. I'm excited to check out that new Air Ride game at some point where it isn't $70, if such a point ever comes.
There's at least going to be that demo, which I'm like, man.
That's true. I will need to try that.
And it does hit every time of the day, basically 2 days straight, but it's only 2 days if I remember correctly.
God, I think that's
it's
right.
technically third on paper because one of the times is a different day, technically.
And then I did my Kirby rankings where I ranked powers, several of the characters, but not all because they included every single enemy and every variant of every boss. And the games themselves. The winner was Robobot. There you go.
There you go.
Crazy.
I really thought the winner would be one of the games I was familiar with, be it Return to Dreamland, Superstar Ultra, or Forgotten Land. And the only one of those that was even in the top 3 was Superstar Ultra.
It's a great game.
The top 3 being Robobot, Superstar Ultra, and Kirby Adventure, the NES one, because holy shit, what an NES game.
Yeah, it came out in like 91 or something, right? Like the SNES is out, and it's this NES game that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like on the same level as like Little Samson or any of those other really advanced late NES games.
Hmm.
But on Saturday, it is time for the Cabela double feature
Oh shit, yeah.
Oh my god.
of Cabela's Dangerous Hunts 2013 and Cabela's Survival Shadows of Katmai. Here, you can look at the cover of Shadows of Katmai. I definitely didn't edit it, I promise.
Oh, okay. One moment. I will now look at this image now that you've said this in such a suspect way, and I will put this on the screen, not thinking of anything could possibly be wrong with it, because I trust you, my friend, Chris Wolfhard.
It's a double feature because I think those stories are like 2 hours long each.
Oh,
Shockingly, there was not a big story mode in a hunting simulator that is also a licensed tie-in.
There's only one way to survive, okay?
Looks legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I definitely didn't replace something in that image, like a knife, perhaps, that he's trying to grab with something else.
No, that seems like the original intent.
K-bar. Nah, son. Give me that Kaiser roll.
If I was gonna edit it, I clearly would have just made one of the wolves into Jinkaria.
Yeah, just put a stroke there. And put a two-toed shirt on the wolf.
So I do have to shit talk Microsoft real quick.
Oh, I'm not
Because
sure we're gonna do that on this podcast.
Right, we
'cause
never do that.
I booted the Xbox to install these and make sure they worked.
Oh, this is back compat via that.
Yes,
Oh.
they are disc only back compat games.
Okay.
They stopped downloading them because they wanted to update the store app.
Yes.
We've had that happen a lot, yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Why would you do that first? Why do you have to update the store app? Nobody else has to do that, Microsoft.
Yeah. No one else
No.
has to do that.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
Literally none. What are you doing? God.
Yeah, no one else would even
Also-
say they have the store app. Like, that's crazy.
Uh-huh.
Also, they made me re-log in, which I understand because apparently the last time I had booted that fucking console was the last time I played Dark Ages. Before I just quit.
I honestly was imagining a much longer ago situation of like Halo Infinite or something like that.
I honestly was like, what's Dark Ages? What even is that? I beat that game.
Yeah,
That's Doom.
Yeah, that Doom game sure fell through the fucking floor, huh?
Yeah, no, I'm like struggling to even figure out what category we would put it in for Game of the Year. Like, there's got to be something, right? But I don't know.
Most sand in food.
I honestly don't know where you put it, right?
Right?
Because didn't Captain Blood come out this year? Wasn't that the beginning of this year? So it's not
I
winning.
think so, yes.
It's well, that's honestly a little bit more PS2 than 7th gen.
Jesus.
And I was going to say that technically should win most 7th gen game if it came out in January.
Right?
Came out in May.
That was May? How has it been that long since May? Jesus Christ.
I too was like, was that this year? Is that right? It's
I
been
was
a
like,
long
I
year.
think it was like in the middle of February. Oh my God. That was fucking May. Fuck you, dude. What?
But yeah, hunting games with goofy stories and Troy Baker and Robert Atkin Downs on Saturday. And then maybe I think the week after that I'll probably finally do Modern Warfare before I start some other adventure through a franchise.
Tomorrow, Bob and I are going to do something we've never done before.
Oh.
We're going to stream an entire video game using the PS3 emulator. An emulator I've heard is really good, but every time I looked up stories on like, hey, can I get a sample of like random games and see if they work? Every single time it was like, didn't work. We're going to play through all of Lords of Shadow, God willing.
Yeah.
So we're going to see how that's going to work. We're playing Castlevania Lords of Shadow on Hollow fucking Ween.
God.
On the
I'm
PS.
coming.
Gabriel! I'm
Jesus.
coming!
What a nightmare.
Poor Baba Yaga. I killed her. Let's not talk about it. Let's move on. I should just put in a bunch of Picard sounds.
Yes,
One
absolutely.
moment. I was just about to leave. I'm not properly dressed.
Engage.
It's going to be a great time as we spend every stage on edge that it's just going to break completely.
Make it so.
Make it so, number one.
Shut up, Wesley.
But it's too late. I've already seen it. I've seen it all.
But you see, it's too late. It's going to be a great stream. I'm very excited to see how this goes. I have no idea. I haven't done any testing at all. Images break entirely by the time we hit the first Shadow of the Colossus knockoff.
Right. No, I actually got working on my PC.
Cool.
So I made sure the werewolf fight at the beginning worked. That's it.
Okay. I have seen that run correctly in the PS3 emulator.
I bet it will mostly work, but it will have bizarre sound errors and will somehow run even worse than the original version.
My God.
It actually.
Maybe it'll do that tooth thing in the cutscenes that happened to the Ratchet and Clank PS3 versions.
Oof. But no, it actually it ran at 60 on my machine, which is not
Yeah, because it's uncapped. Yeah.
Crazy.
It is. That's weird. That game did not run at 60 before. And Bob's machine is nowhere near as strong as my
No, it's
machine.
not. It's a tiny baby machine.
My
compared to this.
CPU supports AVX 512.
Ooh.
So it could do crazy cell processor stuff. Speaking of which, the one of the devs behind the RPCS3 did a whole video explaining that AVX 512 is really helpful in explaining all these things that it helps with and how it's not just a power virus, like Linus Torvald said, the Linux guy. But yeah, no, it was funny because he also covered how on their blog, a news site literally ran an article quoting their blog, but they didn't understand it at all and literally said the exact opposite of what the cell processor dev, the AVX 512 RPCS3 dev was talking about. I was like, this is fucking hilarious. Anyways, I'm very excited for that stream. Hopefully, it will hold up all the way through the game. This will be a fun new way for us to play through our beloved game, Castlevania Lords of Shadow.
It honestly, ideally, it breaks in a very funny way near the end of the game.
That would be the best way to send it off. And then we go, ooh, turns out it was a trick and not a tree chat. And then we end the stream. What else do we have coming up? Oh, I'm pretty sure we have the Pod Lords.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, the Pod Lords.
They're rocking a little harder than normal.
But very spooky.
Yes, absolutely.
It's very spooky rocking.
Yes, that's right. The Pod Lords.
Oh, fuck.
Pod Lords such as BN12, Red Blaze 27, Suzu Shiro, Rado, WTF Spider-Man, Muckbun, Shiny Mew is and tell me if you're surprised by this, Pokemon Legends ZA Lover.
What? No way. Is that a baguette?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the Shiny Mew,
baguette.
the baguette.
It's so tiny. What a tiny baguette.
That is the tiny Mew scale baguette.
It's a baguette.
A baguette?
It's a Pokemon.
that was an X and Y. I remember baguette. Chris C. Cooper Tank. Craig.
Stop bringing up Craig. God damn it.
There he is.
Does he also
allegedly
get to
the
go to
man-
Washington?
Allegedly, the man who ended the entire Xbox brand. I don't think this is true, but I mean, it
Yeah, I
maybe.
don't think this is true. He's not that powerful.
Indigo Sykes.
Congratulations, team video game industry. I mean, zombie on your Splatfest win.
No, see, a
really
zombie is the living dead.
Not the dead. Or the damned living.
Or the terminally ill.
Or the foul Porygon.
Oh no!
Oh, that looks powerfully grape flavored.
He has.
Yeah, that looks like if I put it in my mouth, it'll give me all my vitamins.
or turn you into a large blueberry person.
Oh no. Yeah, actually, you know what? I think you're right. That does look like the Wonka
It
candy.
does.
Shinji16 would like to remind you that you matter, you are valid, and you deserve to be.
Happy was cut off, apparently.
Or we got real existential.
Right?
A raccoon dressed up for Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
wasn't Jinkaria.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Sarlene. Timothy Pfister. If you haven't played Look Outside, you should play Look Outside. It has new content in it, and it's really good. Play Look Outside.
Fuck, I did buy that, so I have to play that too.
Bearded Joe. Agent, you must go back to the past to prevent their parents from getting divorced.
Hey, Bob. It's Angela Anaconda.
Oh no.
Yeah, I see that, but who's watching?
The Digimon crew, I'm guessing.
Oh.
Is it? Because the Angela Anaconda's been turned into Digimon characters.
I assume they are characters from Time Stranger?
Maybe, yeah, maybe that's the deal.
Yeah.
God, I don't.
Yeah.
That's not the Steins Gate cast.
That's a canon event, bro, says chat.
Pleochrome.
Hi, I'm How Long to Beatman. I beat Block in 4.5 hours. I use the other 7 to crush pussy and boof whiskey. It's about efficiency.
Hey, how long to beat, man? Get off my cover.
Jesus. Yeah, you beat that game. It was like you were convinced zero great sauce if that's the hardest video game I've ever beaten.
Yeah, it took me 9.5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ugh.
and I was grateful for it. I thought it would take longer.
Jesus.
4.5 hours on How Long to Beat. Go fuck yourself, How Long to Beatman. I laugh so hard at this. The fucking Shades edit is killing me. We thought we could just use Amazon brand power to beat Steam. Also, please don't mind that I'm a cunt. Man, that guy should stop posting on LinkedIn. I think everyone can admit that now. You literally... That man's posting shit no one tortured out of him for some reason.
That's just what you do on LinkedIn, I guess.
Freddie Odomist is the guy who posted the whole thing about we were supposed to be a competitor to Steve. Also posted about how his CEO boss cucked him and he got a divorce. On LinkedIn.
We got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. What the fuck? Anyway, Mysterious Heroine X. Definitely not Artoria.
Yeah, totally different character. I don't know
That's
how
a
you can even
different
mistake these
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah.
She's trapped in the we're not allowed to rip off Star Wars legal dimension.
I mean, on the other hand, it's like, oh, fuck, that's Artoria. Really? Why? Well, because she looks like, oh, well, shit.
Right?
Different Dimension Demon Super King Black Armageddon. This just looks like Zygarde got thrown in a washing machine with
know, right?
Arceus.
A blender, too. I feel like he's minced.
RE9 looks different than I remember.
No, don't talk about it. Don't talk about it.
You can kill the idea. You can kill the bout, but the idea is never dead. Ye Lord wishes you a happy Halloween.
Oh
Oh, that's very cute.
my god.
Thank you.
It's adorable. Cryptid Bird. Digital Basic. Zabas. Chris thinks I ran out of random ass Satch scribbles.
Yeah, I sure fucking don't remember him. When are you gonna get to Barry? Where's Barry? We need some more Barry. He's so cool.
A spooky ghost Americano for Halloween. That's both candy and block theme. Still bad.
Yeah, of
Pop
course
Lord,
it is.
stop doing this to yourself.
Yeah, no, this is not good behavior. Not healthy at all.
This was bad enough when it was the monster Americano. Now it's a ghost Americano. That is vile. But I would
Dan,
drink
is,
that
is-
first. I would drink that first.
Is Wave 2 gonna have the Dan drinks 4 different monster Americanos?
I don't want to talk about it. Yes. Torakasi recommends Tactical Nexus this week. Puzzle RPG with simple yet addictive gameplay. Alert! 99% chance of PSYOP. Alert! It's a Toho fan game that plays like a spooky point and click, entirely developed and poorly translated by a Japanese artist.
Cool.
The game is Third Eye. I forgot to put something new this week because I got kicked out and had to move. I'm fine, but trans rights at Mother Dread Game. And you unlock this door by waiting 6 seconds. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension not of sight, sound, or mind, but of clock. That's the door, by the way.
Yeah,
that's the spinning door, by the way. Fucking hate that door. I'm so bad. I'm gonna be honest, I got this image for the Podlord earlier. I was like, what is that? I don't remember that block. I blocked this fucking level out,
That's
Bob.
so bad. That's so rough.
I was free from the burden of remembering the door. Chris, did you see that latest AVGN video where he becomes a swear wolf?
No.
Thank you very much to him, Podlord.
Thank you, Podlords.
Thank you, Podlord.
Thank you, Podlords. And if you'd like to become a Podlord, you can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/GBpodcast. For as little as $5 a month, you get access to many benefits such as early access to chugging Bleach, very early access for quite a while, extended content for armchair devs and gamer permissions when indeed such things exist to be given to you, a patron-funded show, one a month, either a good show that is patron exclusive where we watch a good thing and then discuss it, or a bad show where we watch a bad thing and discuss it, and patrons get a commentary track for that one. It's not only the commentary is patron exclusive. Please look forward. You also get an entire movie called Isolation 119, a full feature-length film about a man going to Thailand to get a tax write-off on his vacation to Thailand. That's patreon.com/GBpodcast. And if you don't have any money, it always helps immensely to spread the word, tell your friends, rate us on Thursdays, rate us with a T on your podcasting app of choice, and leave a comment and subscribe if you listen on YouTube right now. Patreon.com/GBpodcast.
This is the part where we talk about news. This is the part where we talk about the industry. This is the part where the industry is awfully warm.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Chris is a block of something. There we go. I guess it's time.
Let's go.
Industry
To
burning
hell!
down. Go. Let's go to hell.
So Netflix shutters Squid Game Unleashed developer boss fight in entertainment. Netflix loudly lauded the game's success repeatedly. Their CEO has basically said, we want to make Jackbox and nothing else. They specifically said, streaming games everybody plays on their phone powered by AI. Which in his fetid executive brain sure means Jackbox, I'm sure.
That's the kind of thing that once you say it, you need to be removed to the island where you're not allowed to affect the rest of society anymore.
Yeah, you have to be banished to the archipelago of imbeciles.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Nothing bad happened while I was out of the room.
No,
right?
no, it's just really
No, it's
warm.
fine.
Don't worry about it.
Don't Nod is making some shit for them. It's licensed, so I presume it is a Stranger Things thing, because what the fucking other IP does Netflix have?
Nothing else that would make sense, as much sense for them to do, I don't think.
I don't think.
Who knows if it'll come out?
Right.
Amazon cut significant jobs in the gaming division. We don't know how many yet. It might be 3 digits. It might be 4.
Yeah, it kind of sounded like all of them. That's kind of how the vibe there.
They claim the new Tomb Raider is untouched.
Okay.
Heavy layoffs in basically anyone making a traditional game. They explicitly seem to want to move into the same. You use your phone and stream the game to it, and it's multiplayer and AI as shit that the Netflix executive said. They also explicitly want to move away from MMOs. New World is dead, like it's done.
I want to know how many millions of dollars they spent making that New World video last year for that. God, what was that show called?
Secret Level.
Secret Level, because it had Schwarzenegger starring in it.
It sure did. Also, when I wrote this, I was like, oh, I guess that Lord of the Rings MMO is dead. And this morning they were like, that Lord of the Rings MMO is dead.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want like the timeline, they started to make a Lord of the Rings MMO. They canceled it in 2021. Then last year they announced they were making a Lords of the Rings MMO, and then they canceled it today. Good company. Good industry.
Yeah, very healthy.
Microsoft also said basically that same stupid AI streaming shit this week also. So this seems to be just the new CEO brain rot where they're like, no, our competition is TikTok. We have to innovate and combine TikTok with games.
That they made that Silent Hill game that was this, right? That happened like 3 years ago or something.
I guess they don't fucking know what they
make decisions and shit.
Yeah, and it sucked and no one cared at all. But that's the new paradigm now.
Yeah, it's gonna go great for us.
None of these people know what they're saying.
I know.
Like they don't think beyond it coming out of their mouth.
No.
Weird. You notice all 3 of these companies are Silicon Valley companies in the United States of America?
Weird. Huh. Did someone sneak lead back in the water there? Like, what happened?
Well, no, the AI told them to microdose on lead.
Oh, yeah.
They're going out of the way to do that.
They're macro dosing at this point.
Yes.
Satya Nadella's 15 different AI advisors who advise him on every single aspect of his life told him to do it.
I'm
also,
waiting. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna move on, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm waiting for the day that he comes in and it's just that really fast food skit from Nick Chase.
That's fast.
My God.
Yeah, he's just gonna come in and they're all gonna start screaming it at him. Nick J's or Nick J's, yes.
Yeah, it's Nick J's.
Feel free to look that up. I could be saying anything.
It could be.
So Heart Machine laid off even more people.
Yep.
Are they even going to exist in a year?
It sounds like they have that new game Possessors coming out like in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Some of the people that left were like, it sounds like maybe no one who worked on that game is going to be there by the time the game comes out.
Oh.
That's how bad it is.
Yeah, they sure made a single player game everybody liked and then just shot themselves over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm. Allegedly, people also like Solar Ash. I didn't, but apparently people actually like that. I don't know why. That's another single player game, of course. So I feel like it was a pretty decent model.
That sucks. But that thankfully seems to be all our horrible news. Other than the really horrible thing, which is not directly the industry burning down.
No.
But the
It's more the wider conflagration.
Uh-huh. Well, that means you two can leave. Goodbye. And I'm also going to leave. Goodbye. Here I go.
What? Oh, Dan, no.
I'm sorry I had to go to hell this time.
You could at least comically went downstairs to get to hell.
Okay, one moment. Let me.
There we go.
Smooth.
Thanks. I tried. Oh, man. Hey, Aggro.
He hasn't.
Now, I know I didn't bring news this week, but when I don't bring news, it's brave and bold, and it's a statement on the industry. When you don't bring news, it's lazy and dislikable, just so we're...
Right.
Okay. Bob, you have news?
I do have news. Should I start with the top one, or should we save that?
Go for it.
Yeah, let's do it!
Should we just combine all the Microsoft dog shit into one horrid
Yes,
block?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's
we'll
start
do this
with
and
the
then
thing-
Sarah Bond and then the really horrible thing at the end.
Let's start with Halo Campaign Evolved.
Campaign Evolved.
Halo Campaign Evolved. As I aptly saw it put by Matt OB on Blue Sky, do they have the AI naming things now? Why are they so bad at naming things?
Yeah.
Campaign Evolved sucks.
That is just so stupid.
That's a terrible name.
I mean, they're telling you what's in the box.
It's true.
Yeah.
What are they going to do for Halo 2? What pun
Campaign 2.
They'll be
Halo Campaign
Halo
2.
2 players? No. Right. Anyways, let's talk about it. They announced the Unreal Engine 5 remake of Halo 1. We've known they've been working on for a bit now.
Right, they even showed like their test footage and stuff last year, but we're like, oh, this is just us test now stuff. We
You
know
don't
what
know
it is.
what we're making. You don't know what we're making. We're like, you'd already leaked that you're just making Halo 1 again. What do you mean we don't know what you're... And so anyways, we're there now. They showed it. This is the worst image quality I've seen in an Unreal Engine 5 game to date, which makes sense.
It's
They don't-
absolutely astonishing they put this out. Like they just showed people this.
Yeah.
The plasma rifle is fucking melting.
Yeah, fucking the frame rate keeps going up and down depending on the area they're in. The lighting keeps breaking depending on the area they're in. Everything is radioactive. When he goes into the dark interior area, the outer box of the frame is garbage pixels. It's amazing how bad the image quality is. All of the reflections on the gun. The gun ghosts into the background of the fucking metallic floor he's walking on for like 7 frames straight, just making it look like a smear. It is amazing that they put out 13 minutes of unedited gameplay of this absolutely dog shit looking remake.
Yeah, they couldn't even have the decency of pretending that this was going to look good. Like, oh, just throw it on a 5090 and pretend.
And they're like,
No.
it's cool. This is how it will look on a Series X. And I'm like, oh, I'm sure every version will look so good based on that. Thank you so much. They added sprinting. They changed the level design because they didn't notice the level design,
Yup.
which had original level designers going, there were rocks there, so you couldn't just run over them.
Mm-hmm.
That is why the rocks were there. How the fuck did you miss that? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how you fucking missed that.
Yeah, the same level designer was complaining about they let you sprint during these plot reveal moments that are supposed to be meaningful.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. So the box is probably going to be $70. They haven't announced it,
They haven't.
but it might be $80.
At least. Yeah.
because
80,
Microsoft said that
80
thing.
already didn't work for them, and they
Backed
off
out
on
with the Outer Wilds too.
But that
or
was the Outer
Worlds 2.
Worlds 2. This is their biggest thing they've put out in forever.
and it's on PS5 and everything.
It has 4-player co-op across platforms. It does not have the competitive multiplayer at all.
Not even
the
on-
iconic Halo multiplayer has been cut entirely.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Well, they don't want to split the people who could be trapped in microtransaction hell across multiple different games.
No one's
And they don't
playing
want to
Halo
port
Infinite.
Master Chief.
No one's playing Halo.
That's true.
Literally,
But
no
they
one.
don't want to port Master Chief Collection either because that's too much value. They can sell you the campaign of each of those for $80 each, they think.
They think.
They
They
think.
do think that. They're fucking wrong.
It was funny seeing like a larger audience realize, oh, Xbox is gone, and just putting everything on
Yeah.
PlayStation
Now,
now with
here's
Halo.
the funniest part of that, and it has been driving me mad since last Friday. Listener, they ported Gears of War 1 with Unreal Engine 5 to everything months ago, and no one cared.
Yeah,
no one even
I
noticed.
didn't realize that came out. That came out 2 months ago, chat.
2 months
2
ago.
months.
Somehow,
Mm-hmm.
Gears of War as a franchise is already more dead. They've already put it in the ground more than Halo ever was.
See,
that's
because
crazy.
even if Halo 5 is bad, even if Halo Infinite is bad, they still star Master Chief. Well, half of Halo 5 stars There wasn't a clear attempt to make him not the protagonist. Well, they're kind of in 5, but it failed. It still stars Master Chief.
Yeah.
It's still identifiably Halo. Gears 4 and 5 are nothing like the early games. That's why they're doing this E-Day shit. They're like, oh, that didn't work.
I mean, the Gears fan base is like the really hardcore Gears fans are the people most likely to be screaming about DEI. So by the time you get to Gears 5, they're out.
Yeah.
I always
Once again,
assumed their sales cratered because of Game Pass. But given no one noticed that Gears was ported 2 months ago, I'm starting to think they just fucking hate Gears 4 and 5 so much.
I mean
the
that's
sales
definitely
cratered.
part of it, but also Gears 5 was 6 years ago.
Oh, I know.
So most people probably forgot, and most people probably checked out at 4.
Halo Infinite was 4 years ago.
Yeah, but that's Halo. Halo's certainly
Right,
Halo's a lot
and this
bigger
whole
than Gears.
conversation is the Gears fan base fucking gave up entirely, moved on, and doesn't give a shit. Because Gears became a thing that I think the most ardent fans of Gears might fucking hate.
Halo 3 is still incredible. No Gears of War game gets anywhere near as close to as good as Halo 3.
Gears 2 is really great.
It's not Halo 3 great.
To some, it might be considered that. I'm not one of them, but
No.
you know, it's really good.
Allegedly, someone could think that.
Hey, remember that great Gears of War ranking video we did? Amazing how we don't need to update it with any new games.
E-Day's gonna come out, Dan. I'm sorry.
I'm not so sure. I've started looking at Microsoft and
isn't
go,
making it. Microsoft isn't making it.
Well,
People Can Fly is making it.
Coalition's also
but
allegedly.
yeah, Perfect Dark was also being made by external
That's
studios
true.
and bombed out of existence.
But this is a studio that actually knows how to make that and has made that franchise before. So I assume it'll come out. Phil Spencer sure promised it was coming out next year during that summer thing. That was how that ended.
Look,
Him promising the Halo remake and this coming out next year and an E-Day coming out next year.
look, here's the thing. It has a chance, but it also has a chance of not coming out.
Yeah, basically every single Microsoft game has to be like, I don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah, I honestly don't know anymore, and I'm going to stop pretending I do. Yeah, the image quality of this fucking Halo campaign involved is truly the worst I've ever seen it. It's literally like, oh, motherfucker, we got to put you next to Immortals of Avium. That's how bad you look. You're a fucking Halo, and this is how rough this imagery looks. Jesus Christ, what's wrong with you guys? You didn't fix shit. So anyways, there we go. We got that in, and there are prequel missions being added to the Halo campaign featuring Sergeant Johnson. I hate this. Thanks.
I think it's really funny
Yeah,
in the
this is-
behind the scenes. They had to be like maybe developing the relationship between Sergeant Johnson and Master Chief. It's like, what do you mean
Cool.
maybe? What do you mean?
And then the storyboards they show clearly show that. It's like, what do you mean maybe though? What the fuck does that mean?
This is really transparently like, okay, we charged 50 for Ninja Gaiden Black and 50 for Oblivion Remastered, but we want to charge 80 for this, so we have to add more things. Even if it's bad. And unbelievably minor, which it will be.
No, I'm sure these 3 missions will be like full missions. Definitely.
This isn't even going to be like a real, like, you can't play this and then say you played Halo because it has all new enemies and weapons and redesigned encounters.
Yeah, and
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
it's very explicitly not Halo 1.
yeah, no, it's insane.
Yeah, just make
Like, what's
some
the
other
point of the-
creature. I don't know.
Like like they added the energy sword. Hey, dumbass, that's like a cool thing in Halo 2 that you can get the energy sword. Like, holy shit, look, I have an energy sword. That's gone now because you wanted to stuff it all into this so you could charge more for it, dumbass.
I think it's wild that first off, it's wild that Mystic Ryan from Let's Talk PlayStation got an interview with these guys in order to be like, hey, I love Halo. And, you know, I clearly was an Xbox guy at one point. Anyways, so you guys doing anything about the library or whatever? You're gonna like maybe shorten that? It's really distended level. They wouldn't commit to anything. And I'm like,
Yeah, that's,
bro, this is the most softball question in the world. Just imply you might.
right? No, that's impossible. I don't know. I feel like a soft reboot would have made more sense than doing
Yes, it would have, but then they would have had to
This
have
is-
a vision and
Yeah.
have people in
This is-
charge.
Yeah, whereas we know
they're doing the shit that all these I don't think any company has successfully navigated this yet, where it's like, we'll go back and remake an early thing and then do a new one that goes in a better direction from the ones people don't like. But nobody has ever gotten that far. I don't think. It always dies before then.
Mm-hmm.
Sprinting is optional, though. You can turn it off. Yeah, and I saw somebody who was like, and if you can turn it off, that means the game isn't designed for it. And I'm like, yeah, no, it's a whatever decision. They don't care. They simply
It's just stupid. What's the point of remaking these 3 games if people can't experience the evolution of Halo through playing them, even if like a shinier vanilla plus versions of these campaigns? They're all just going to play exactly the same. People will get to 2 or 3 and be sick of it because they're all going to play exactly the same and probably have similar encounter design because they're going to do this to all 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fucking wild that they're doing this. Reminder, this is the same thing where the art director left because of things Microsoft was doing. And then later it leaked that it was AI at every part of the scale got infused into Halo. Like world building,
don't worry,
lore,
Jez Corden
everything.
said that was fake.
He's definitely a trustworthy source.
Actually, he did not say it was fake. He said it wouldn't look bad.
Wait, that's not saying it's fake at all. That's actually confirming it, kind of.
I believe he said, don't worry, Halo won't be some AI slop nightmare, which is not, they aren't using AI. It's that I'm okay with how they're using AI.
Yep.
Gee, I wonder why the guy who gets paid by Microsoft thinks that's fine, huh?
That's real.
I wonder why the
weird.
guy that was in the DMs of other journalists when they didn't rank Starfield high enough to yell at them might say some shit like that about Halo.
I really love that despite this man having absolutely no moral fiber or actual skill set, he's just a person people care about in the game industry now. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
I love culture. I love society.
Well, he sucks up to them enough to get insider info so that people have to pay attention to him, I guess.
Cool. Chris, let's talk about the other Halo news.
No, let's talk about the Xbox thing first. We can end on. So Sarah Bond has promised up and down. She did some fucking media hits this week. She promised up and down, back and front, the new Xbox will play 360 and Xbox original games. It will have the full compatibility. Everything your Series X can play, this will be able to play.
Okay.
I'd like to believe that.
Did she specifically say without the cloud?
No, she didn't. I think she did say natively.
Okay.
She also said it's basically going to be a PC, and then said, and you won't have to pay for online multiplayer. To what did I say? Yeah, it's a PC. Like, you went into me being able to run the Riot Games launcher and Battle.net and Steam on it. It's a PC. I won't have to pay for online because it's a PC.
They know that. Well, they don't know anything.
No, they don't.
They don't know anything.
Not anymore. No.
The Game Pass subscriptions will actually somehow get lower, which I know doesn't seem possible at the moment.
Bob, nobody's gonna fucking buy this, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, yeah,
but it's like their only income. Microsoft engineered the most gross way to make money in the game industry, and then accidentally engineered themselves out of profiting from it.
Mm-hmm.
Like they did their second 26 Q2 results came in this week, and it's like, yeah, revenue went down 30% again on hardware. Hardware revenue declined another 30%. We expect it to keep going down. The series is selling literally nothing.
But the console wars are over, actually, and that makes sense.
I mean, they are.
Console exclusives don't make any sense. They don't help anybody.
I want everyone to have to suffer a recap of every fucking dog shit journalists take about the Xbox Series in that launch year. All in a row. They should have to marathon it. Because it was,
unfortunately, the UN has some opinions about war crimes, Dan.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
I don't want to be the first podcast to get hit with a human rights violation.
I do. Because that makes me based.
So GameStop put out this. Admittedly, I thought it was kind of funny when I saw it. Text thing, like a feigned like a press release saying the console wars are over. They didn't pointedly say because PlayStation won.
Right.
Because
Right.
somehow that part has to be danced around, or else everybody cries.
Even though every retailer's dropping Xbox is the news we keep getting.
Mm-hmm.
But in response to this, Trump administration social media accounts started making, they posted AI slop of Trump as Master Chief, and then GameStop started posting AI slop of Trump as Master Chief back at them. And then the Department of Homeland Security posted an ICE recruitment ad with Halo that said "Finish the fight." And then Microsoft said, "We have nothing to say about this. We will simply not." They were asked for comment by multiple journalists, and they're like, "We're not giving a comment." So that is, by the way, Microsoft also helping to fund that fucking ballroom. So Microsoft basically silently approves of this, bare minimum. Doesn't care at bare minimum. Silently approves of it at worst. So yeah, Halo is a neo-Nazi thing now.
Yeah, wow.
Yup.
Just instant. They could just do that. And no one's stopping. Like, all those tweets are still up too. Like, GameStop's fully embraced it. Like, there's
Fucking GameStop. Like you had no dog in this fight.
Right?
And you walked in and like clicked your heels together and raised a hand up high.
Well, if they
Like Dorothy, right? No place but home.
yeah.
No place like
Yeah.
home.
Like,
Yeah, right?
Here's the thing about Microsoft in this case, because they were like, oh, well, they can't, like, they have so much business before Congress. You can't go against. If you let Nazis use your iconography, congratulations, you have Nazi iconography.
Mm-hmm. That's just what it is.
It's like I do not.
I started losing it because I'm like, God damn it! If only Gears of War were alive right now, they would do it for free.
They would.
I genuinely do not believe there would be any retaliation if they put out the completely standard press release like we don't approve of our. They could be as vague as possible. It could be we don't approve of our IP being used outside of ways we consent to, but they refuse to say anything.
Right. So that's absolutely just condoning it.
Fucking.
What dog shit?
This is such a shit timeline.
Mm-hmm.
This is such a shit timeline.
Parody levels. That's what we've been at for years now, and it just feels like it's hitting a new fever pitch every other week. It's crazy.
I don't throw around Nazi all the time, but it's like if you're posting those immigrants are the flood.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, guys, this isn't debatable anymore. This is fucking insane is what it is.
Like, these companies do have weapons at their disposal. Like, Disney isn't powerless about those people selling thin blue line Punisher stickers. They can, in fact, do that. They did it to stop a kid having Spider-Man on his coffin. So somebody needs to ask Phil Spencer directly about this. He needs to be trapped in what he thinks is a positive interview.
That would be great.
And they need to ask him to his face.
Yeah.
They need to ask Sarah Bond to her face. Actual Halo developers, who of course no longer work at Microsoft,
Right. None of those are still
have been like, yeah, this is unbelievably revolting. Fuck Xbox for not going
they're
out
like
on this.
People with souls.
right.
This is the stupidest day in American history, which will be surpassed by every subsequent day in American history. Okay, that's all. We're out of the Xbox ruins the podcast section.
We've been sent a funny image. I would like to just show this in order to get this out of this nightmare hell zone. And then we can transition to Bob's other news.
Okay.
That is a fantastic Shenmue style 3D model of Phil Spencer.
It is.
Very nice.
You've done well. You've done well. Whoever made this, you have done a great thing. Someone on the two best friends subreddit asked for it. No, it's stellar job here. Hey Bob, let's talk about some of your other news.
Okay. So last year, a game called The Run Got Next was announced. It was a 3v3 basketball game that had like really cartoony characters. It looked kind of neat. Yesterday or so, It was rebranded to NBA The Run.
Okay.
So now instead of cartoony characters and stuff, it's just actual NBA athletes.
Oh.
But still 3v3 basketball might still be fun.
Okay, yeah.
But
Okay.
That feels like a downgrade.
It is a downgrade, but at least the devs could sell their game to a lot more people.
Yes.
But God damn it, man.
Yeah, no, it looked neat. I was actually kind of excited for that when they showed it off last year.
Damn it. Maybe it'll be good enough. They'll be like, whatever. NBA Jam.
Right,
features
NBA
real
Jam's like,
athletes, and
it's
no one-
fun.
yeah, no one cares. It's fine.
But that's supposed to be next year. We'll see. It was also before rebranding was supposed to be out this year.
Oh, okay. That's
And we got some Resident Evil 9 news.
Now, Bob, I've been told that you might have two different ways I could spend $90 to get Resident Evil 9 this week.
Yes, there are in fact two ways to pay $90 to get Resident Evil 9.
That's fucking hilarious. I don't know.
Yes.
We're hitting a level where it's farcical. Okay, what do we got?
There's the deluxe edition. This is available on all platforms that the game's on.
Okay.
You get a bunch of different costumes, weapon skins, that sort of thing. It's $90. One of the costumes is a Lady Dimitrescu Grace.
I'm jerking the air. You can't see it, but I'm just dismissively jerking the air.
What? Everybody loves Lady Dimitrescu.
It's hilarious.
We're
going
gonna dress Grace as her.
It's very, very funny. Also one of the outfits I didn't. The reason that Podlord had the Resident Evil Apocalypse. There's an Apocalypse outfit that looks very similar for Grace. So that's the thing.
Nice.
And then if you don't want to do that, if you have a Switch 2, you can also get the Resident Evil Generations pack, which is Resident Evil 7, 8, and 9 on their own individual game key cards. So not really anything. It's just so we're clear. It's all games you have to download separately. But that's also $90. Which, you get the old two games for $10 a piece. It's not bad, I guess.
But they're all key cards.
Yeah, they're all key cards.
Okay.
And that's called the Resident Evil Generation Pack.
This is for you, Switch owner, who never found these games because you only own a Switch. This is literally just for you.
And then also more Nintendo goodies. Resident Evil 9 Switch 2 Pro Controller, $100.
Looks like shit too.
Yeah, it looks terrible.
Yeah, it actually does. I don't think it's a very good design.
Yeah, it's so plain. It's literally just, what if it was?
I couldn't even tell it was different at first. I thought, is this some weird translucent thing doing? Because it's just like a newspaper.
So I found the thing. So there's the Dimitrescu version.
Yeah.
My God, they're right. That is just the movie Resident Evil outfit. That's
She even kind of looks like her.
just a little. Yeah. That's kind of amazing. Hey, Agro, are you looking forward to watching more of those Resident Evil movies?
Since I haven't seen them, I am.
Halfway through that sentence, my gut dropped and I went, did we release those? We record that series so far in advance. I constantly have to go, which one's out? Okay. We're good.
That is all my news.
Okay, let's head over to Chris. Hey, Chris.
Okie dokie. There's a Crash Bandicoot animated series in the works at Netflix from Wild Brain. They did Sonic Prime.
It could be good.
Yeah, it could be good.
Yeah, Sonic Prime was fine. It's good.
Crash cannot talk. Tattoo that onto your foreheads. Write it on a whiteboard so you don't forget.
I mean,
dog tag every single person in the studio. So if somebody dies, you can look at dog tag and read, oh, right, Crash shouldn't talk.
So here's the thing. I like the idea of Crash shouldn't talk, not only because it's naturally true, but that also means his sister will talk more. And his sister's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I too, doubly, Crash should not talk.
If nothing else, I bet we will get some amazing Neocortex content from this show.
And also, what's the name of that other Bandicoot from the other dimension with the interesting proportions and stuff that was in
Tawna? She's actually from both dimensions. She's just the alternate version of her is the one with the huge ass.
Alternate version of her, I'm just saying maybe could show up and some people would appreciate that. I know who you are.
YouTube is cracking down on gambling app and Counter-Strike 2-tier game asset gambling shit. They've basically been like, yeah, we're going to suppress your shit if that's what all you're about. Also,
Yeah.
we're not gonna let you like drive people towards other weird apps. They also said, yeah, we're gonna start like suppressing game violence if there's too much of it in your video. We're
Game
gonna, like,
violence that is
suppress it and block
enacted
it
by a human-like character.
against non-combatants explicitly. So like if you're gunning people down in GTA 6, that could get your video like not shown to younger people, which I have difficulty being mad at, because if you're not supposed to be buying it, you probably shouldn't be looking at it either. But I'm sure this will be a nightmare in implementation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
no,
this one seems like one of those things. Just like it's too complex.
It is. As it turns out, YouTube as a proposition is too complex to police correctly. So if they try to police it, it will probably go wrong.
Because the only way they'll do it right would be hiring hundreds of people, and you aren't doing that.
They're never going to do that.
Never gonna do that.
They're going to have an AI do most of the work, and then they're going to outsource to some poor human beings the job of watching the worst shit on earth.
Yeah.
Cool.
Monster Hunter Wilds is selling like shit now.
Now, I
Like,
know a
total
bunch of you
shit.
had an emotional reaction to this news. I'm going to need you to stop having that emotional reaction and listen to the whole news story. Because this is fascinating to me that it is selling like shit now. Did you hear this, Bob?
I did hear about this.
Aggro, you?
It
Did you hear
sold-
about the it sells like shit now news? Okay.
It sold I think 150,000 copies in the most recent quarter. It was outsold by Monster Hunter Rise,
Mhm.
Street Fighter 6, every single Resident Evil game since 7. So 7, 8, 2 remake, 3 remake, 4 remake.
Yeah.
DMC 5 and the DMC HD collection.
That is rough, man.
That is real fucking rough.
Yup.
Its sales have flatlined. Don't be a $70 game that runs like shit.
It looks really bad because a lot
Words
of people
for the ages.
would. I feel like they might have been a little more accepting if it didn't also look worse than the last game.
Right,
but it
and
didn't
that's
melt.
the thing. Like, this is what we're talking about. A lot of people went insane as I kept complaining about TAA ruining the image quality of games. They're like, this is first world complaining. I'm like, firstly, we're talking about video games that are $70. Shut the fuck up.
Uh-huh.
You're going to be like, the pixel quality, that's first world. This is the first use case. This is the first example of a broader audience getting one of these horrible image quality TAA nightmares. And a lot of them were like, oh, this looks like fucking shit. What happened? It looks worse than the prior game. And it's like, yeah, it looked so much better when you put an image on the screen, one whole image, and you didn't guess at 3/4 of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this was wild though, to sell so good all up front and then it drop off a cliff.
That's what happens
Yup.
when it's a series so based on word of mouth. I feel like
Uh-huh.
if you've got bad word of mouth immediately, that's rough. You don't recover from that. It doesn't matter if they have fixed it, which they haven't. We know that.
But what if they did? You don't know that they didn't get back in the chamber. I know you have a lot of fun games you're playing, but you're gonna have to go back. I'll go back on the PS6. I feel
And
like
I keep seeing things of like, oh yeah, it doesn't even boot on my PC. It's like,
right. That's most people because we
Yeah.
raised the minimum spec too far. The PS5 is better than most PCs.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A sentence that will drive insane only PC gamer, like insane PC gamers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, PC like I've said this a couple times, but PC gamers don't seem to have understood that like this isn't 7th or 8th gen anymore, where shit stagnated so much that like the standard box, that like a out of box shit from Walmart is as good or better than these consoles. It costs money to have a PC better than a PS5 now, which
Yeah.
most people aren't going to spend, especially with the current shitty state of the PC market, with like the GPU market.
And so this shit is only going to get worse with the PS6.
Mhm.
Like the PS6 is going to have shit baked straight into it that'll give you an actually decent image quality with TAA stuff. So this is going to get absolutely fucking insane. It's like, how soon will PCs affordably be as good as the PS6?
Also, it
Eternally
doesn't help
stretches
that
out.
specifically Wilds, the PC requirements for that game just seem like a lie. Like the recommended GPU is a 2060. That shit ain't running Wilds. The fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
So Yeah, that's not great. Again, the best thing you can do is design a PS4 game.
Mm-hmm.
And like this is what I keep talking about. Like we're heading into an interesting paradigm where it's going to be the PS6, PS5, and PS5 Portable with the Switch 2.
Yeah.
And that's like, just aim your fucking game for the PS5 Portable and the Switch 2 tier. Aim your game for the Switch 2. It'll look greater on the PS5 Portable, and then great on the PS5, great on the PS6.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The 2060 Super.
Yeah, super, sir. The 2000, for context for people who don't know, the 2000 series sucked so much shit over the prior generation that they had to do the super run.
Wow.
I think they're doing again with the 5000 series. It's
Things are going.
it's like poetry. It's like poetry. It rhymes.
The first $5 trillion company.
Yeah, did you hear?
Very powerful.
$5 trillion valuation.
Yeah, that's definitely real. All those people aren't going to be in concrete boots in 2 years.
All they had to do was the money equivalent of the fucking Jesus Christ bit for Family Guy, where they take two fingers and then they hit their hands together and then they do it again. Wow, there's so much money going around in this AI industry. Sure.
Yeah.
They write they wrote trillions in IOUs to each other. It's huge.
Huge.
There are potentially many numbers here, so the economy's great.
The economy makes so much sense.
Mm-hmm.
Animal Crossing New Horizons is getting a Switch 2 update. 4K resolution, no frame rate bump. They probably literally can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
it'll have
the frame rate gets knocked down when you use 4K mode. Goes down to 30 frames per second.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's 60 already?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 60 before. Because the article I was reading said it knocks it down to 30 frames per second when you go to 4K.
What the fuck do you? What the fuck? Do you
Right.
mean?
I thought it
know.
was always 30.
What the fuck?
Maybe
People are saying it was always 30. So
Okay,
is there?
so it's-
So
okay,
does
it was
that
30.
imply a
Okay.
60 mode exists?
I guess there just was no bump up, and that
Okay.
article phrased it really
Okay.
weird.
Yeah,
Okay.
they said explicitly like no frame rate bump.
Yeah, I was
That's
gonna say I thought it was
terrible.
30 before. Yeah, no, that sucks. That sucks. But again, it's probably because it's like very specifically coded.
Also,
Mm-hmm.
30 frames per second is a lot more tolerable in a game where you don't move the camera.
It's true.
that does help.
But they also, like, in the video for this, they're like, check out how great the 4K mode looks. And then they zoom in enough where it looks terrible. I'm like, ha! Why'd you do that?
Maybe they didn't know how to get good tools to zoom in on pixels.
Maybe.
That's entirely possible.
It'll have mouse support, so you can use that terrible feeling mouse if you want.
At
12
30.
player multiplayer.
Yeah.
12 player multiplayer if everyone has a Switch 2.
In this
So-
version. So-
And this version, yeah.
yeah.
You can use a megaphone item in conjunction with the Switch 2's built-in camera to scream at your villagers and get them to come over. So
And
that's
it's-
pretty funny.
And
That
it
is
sticks
funny.
a little video of your head above your Animal Crossing guy.
Mhm. Yeah, when you're online,
Mm.
you
You
got the camera.
I don't. Mm.
Yeah.
And it is $5.
That seems like a reasonable price for a next gen update. Why the hell would it ever be any other number?
I look at this and I look at so the Zeldas are 10, Kirby's 20, this is 5. Do you literally just have a number like our update needs to produce this much revenue, so the less copies a game sold, the more its upgrade costs?
Holy shit.
It honestly seems that
It
way.
does feel like that. That's
It feels
horrible.
like that.
What a nightmare.
I'm trying to find an image I downloaded earlier because it's going to be relevant for the next section, and I accidentally popped up with that fucking Tiff quarter of a pizza image, and I'm like, ah, damn it, I'm so hungry.
Yeah, no, that's
That hurt me so fucking much.
At least this solidifies what I was pretty confident in, which is they're gonna drip feed these updates like for the whole Switch 2's life, because Nintendo's like, you can't have too much cake at once, you might get tired of cake.
Yeah, this is coming weirdly far after launch.
Yeah, 5 years. Which
Yeah.
good. I hope that every Switch 2 game that at least that I own gets some kind of bump.
Well, I just meant after the launch of the Switch 2. I wouldn't think about, oh yeah, it's been 5 years since Animal Crossing, good lord. It has been, though, because that was right at the beginning of COVID.
That is the COVID game.
Mhm.
It
And there
7
was-
remake
there was-
and Doom.
There was Switch 2 shit in that Xenoblade export, so I assume in a couple months they'll be like, okay, here you go.
If
It's been
they-
long enough. The cooldown's gone.
If they do that, I promise I will play that game.
They're like
But it's-
$35
For the
That's how
update?
I feel
Yeah.
about.
The game didn't sell well enough. You gotta pay. You gotta pay extra. Sorry.
That's how I feel about Xenoblade 2. Please upgrade Xenoblade 2. I will be there that day.
At least theoretically, and I haven't looked up videos, but theoretically, the hardware should just naturally make that game look much sharper because it's
Well,
a
yeah, 'cause
dynamic
it doesn't
resolution.
Get dynamic resolution crushed down to nothing.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
For our next bit of news, I want to show you what was originally the basis for this week's thumbnail because we were going to make it about this, and then we realized not enough people. Not enough people know a bit of that. Anyways, Chris, would you like to say what you have to?
Somehow, Mike Z has returned.
How the fuck did that happen?
Yeah. What? The...
Mike Z is the design director on Avatar Legends, the Airbender fighting game.
Huh.
We couldn't escape him, no matter what. He kept coming back.
This is not.
It feels like it's just like, well, we want to make a fighting game, but there's nobody in the entire English-speaking industry with experience making 2D fighting games people like. So I guess we have to get him again. And it's like, you really don't. Did you know there's guys over in Japan you could get?
We actually don't know that, but thank you.
There's
Thank
gotta be
you.
someone else, because the entire team that worked on Skullgirls doesn't work there anymore. It sounds like there's gotta be somebody else you can get.
You'd think someone else who worked on Skullgirls might know something about making Skullgirls.
Yes, I would think that.
I would think that too.
and I would go for basically anyone else.
He was also on that Diesel Legacy game that came out last year, and I don't think a single soul played.
Yeah, no.
Anyways, that was news. Oh,
yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chris.
Somebody says, isn't this the same studio that like gutted the team behind them's Fighting Herds? And I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
I'm pretty sure I was reading that they also ended that
Oh.
development for
Oh.
seemingly no reason.
You know, we were talking about how one of the developers who was clearly working on the Skullgirls mobile and other stuff lost that because of the whole insane breakup over the rights for Skullgirls and etc., where they didn't want to continue development, was having financial problems.
Yep.
Sure, it'd be cool if that person, ended up with a job.
That'd be pretty neat.
That'd be pretty fucking neat.
I don't think he's he's like a fighting game designer at all, but
I'm just saying.
yeah, he could
I would
definitely
like
do
someone
something.
to.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Anyway, we also had.
Oh God, I forgot I even wrote this down here.
I know, what a fucking transition moment. Time to transition, fellas, to the Limited Run Games 10-year anniversary special.
I have to admit, I didn't actually watch this. I just took down like notes from news sites for what was announced.
Fair.
But I did watch the beginning of it to see the aesthetic that it was going for.
Okay.
It's the limited run game show. You're basically checking the obituaries.
They tried to make it look like a CRT playing an old VHS.
Oh, how did they do that? By filming a
Boo.
CRT?
Of course not.
By piping it through any. Okay.
No, it's just random. It's just effects put over the video.
Okay, cool. What do we got?
They actually announced a new release of Slam City with Scottie Pippen
Yeah.
Respect Edition,
Cool.
which is a full motion video game based on basketball.
Is
from
that the
Sega
one?
CD.
Is that the one that AVG uncovered once?
I think so, because I've seen it before. That's probably where, but I don't know 100%. But they're porting that to PS5, Xbox Series, PS4, and Switch. Coming out next year, allegedly. But, this is all limited run games, so we don't really know. We don't really know for sure if any of these games are releasing. Fear Effect 2 Retro Helix. They're putting on PS5, PS4, Switch, and PC next year. So, new version of Fear Effect 2. They are working with Square to get this out.
I don't think I heard a single Fear Effect fan excited about this.
I don't know.
I didn't know
if Fear
it was
Effect
happening. I didn't even
exists.
know they released the first one already.
Yeah.
most Fear Effect fans like got turned off when they made a weird strategy game and revived the anime boobs franchise and removed both the anime and the boobs.
Yeah, so these are just direct ports.
Okay, yeah.
So because that clearly didn't go well.
Okay. What else we got?
Sigma Star Saga DX is coming to PS5, Switch, and PC.
That is the Game Boy Advance game, correct?
I believe so. Yeah, Game Boy Advance.
Treasure? Question mark?
Not Treasure. The guys who do Shantae.
Oh, Way Forward, right.
Yeah,
There
Way
we
Forward.
go. Yep.
It's their weird mix of a flying shooter and a Zelda-like. It always looked pretty neat. I never tried it though.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly, this is the first time I saw a good bit of footage. I was like, I saw you play as the lady on the cover, but no, you play as like the generic dude on the cover.
No.
And the lady is like a shopkeeper or something. I don't know. She's involved in the game somehow. It uses the Carbon engine. That's the engine that Limited Run Games keeps remastering games with.
Yes,
It's
that
being
is why
worked on
Embracer bought them.
by the modern vintage gamer.
Mm-hmm. Little Samson.
Uh-huh.
Also using the Carbon engine. They're porting it over to PS5, Switch, and PC. I don't really know about this game. Dan knows more.
This is really interesting because specifically they used a new law in Japan, which is if you can prove that you really genuinely tried to find who owns the license to a game and can't, you can pay the government what would probably be the licensing fee. So if they turn up, the government can give them that money, and then you can just do it. It's literally a legal system for getting abandonware.
That is great.
That's really good.
Yeah, I feel like if we're all gonna participate in this insanity that is the current copyright system, this should also be an imperative of that. This should be mandatory as a system for that for all nations.
Yeah, no, this is important stuff. I hope that gets transferred over to anime and stuff because there's so many things. There's like, yeah, we have the film reels and stuff, but nobody knows what the rights are at all.
So Little Samson is a really late Famicom game, and it's kind of like a super game, kind of like Gimmick and stuff. It is fucking stellar looking and really fascinating mechanically speaking, with absolutely gorgeous graphics.
I also hear because it's so late, it's insanely rare.
Yes, it is fucking
Yes, there's like
unbelievably
50,000 copies.
Rest their soul. Game Chaser, Billy, talked about that a shitload.
Okay.
Because it's super expensive. You run into that, and it's like you struck literal gold.
Wow.
Yeah, an authentic card of this seems to be like $3,500.
Oh,
Yep.
that's cool.
So I don't know if the re-release of this will affect the price because it is a weird re-release and it's limited run, but I assume because almost always it does. Any level of re-release affects the price of retro games, which is funny because no one's fucking buying it to play it.
Right? Like, so weird because the ROM is out there. You can go play it.
This is the brain dead caveman level of this shit. It's like, but I own it. This is it.
Yeah, you also
I have it physically. It's the same.
Like if nothing else, you can buy a repro card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
But
very
somehow-
strange.
Every time. This is how it happens. Anyway, Lil Samson's cool. Play it on your Mister or emulator of choice today.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll try it out.
Obviously, we that needs to be the next time Bob gets hard.
Oh,
NES hard.
Is it?
No.
Okay.
This
Gimmick is.
This is
so
what we. Bob, you want to beat Gimmick?
I do not.
Oh, it's such a good game.
It definitely looks a lot more fun than certain other things like Contra and Plock.
I mean,
And honestly, the end of Ninja Gaiden.
Gimmick is like one of the best NES games. It's kind of mean to be like, let's compare Plock.
Right?
But whatever Plock's mean, it deserves it.
Shantae 7 is in development. They basically said
Good. Thank God. I really didn't want Seven Sirens to be the last Shantae thing.
I know, right?
The
Weird that they
unfortunate-
put 7 in the title of that one, and this one's actually 7.
I'm also happy. I also like the new, like the Shantae having twin tails. I think that's a good move.
I did not notice that in the art somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Risky Boots is back to her Risky's Revenge design. It might be playable. I don't see why you'd put them both in this art otherwise.
She better
So
be
that
like
would be interesting.
Risky's Revenge was like the best Shantae game I played, at least. That's so yeah. Hopefully that's good. Hopefully they get Vert back to do the music or someone else who's really good because that last Shantae game was
Yeah, they
kinda
really need
weak
to get
music.
Vert.
I think it's a little cursed that the only way we get a new Shantae game is through limited run games.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
That sucks, dude.
they said that they won't have anything to say about it for a long while though. So this is way out.
Okay.
And I guess 25 different physical game releases were announced during this.
Have fun, scalpers.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not for normal people.
That Scottie Pippen thing is the funniest thing announced here. by the way.
Absolutely.
That's unreal. Anyways, that's it for news. Tomorrow, Bob and I will be playing Lords of Shadow all the way through, if God lets it happen, on the RPCS3 emulator. It's our first stream ever using the PS3 emulator. I haven't even installed it yet.
Very fun. Very scary.
Crazy. Man, that makes me think. I hate Xbox and will certainly have no other reason to use it. Maybe I'll stress test all those emulators in dev mode.
Yeah, we do have certain vintage gamers who insist it's a very great way to play retro games on a modern system, even if it is hitching in the video when he says that exact phrase.
Don't worry, I'm sure me stress testing it with GameCube and PS2 will go great.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Maybe it'll be so great I'll have no choice but to follow in Masami's footsteps and play all kinds of GameCube dog shit.
Yeah, why, you can take the GameCube challenge. I'm sure she won't mind.
I'll wait for her to die while live. Controller locked in her hands as got some absolute garbage is on the screen.
What if Sonic Heroes doesn't run credits until you beat every route?
There's no way.
I'm pretty sure it does.
Okay. I wouldn't know. I haven't played Sonic Heroes. It's one of those things we were going to do in the follow-up to Sonic Month, and then people voted against it, just like they voted against Sonic Month the whole time. You motherfuckers don't know what you want.
No, because the Sonic Month, tons of people came out to watch those. They were super excited for it.
Oh, yeah. No, that was a great month. It was so much fun. I have the Riders games, the Kinect one and the Wii one, just right over there. We got to do Sonic Boom.
Mm-hmm.
We got to do Sonic Heroes and some other stuff too. It would have been great. Maybe we'll get around to it sometime. By the way, for anyone who's not keeping up with it, we've almost hit our goal for Resurrect Another Timer Chan and Metroid Prime Month. So very excited. Chris, what do you got going on?
Cabela.
Your copy looks weird, man. I don't.
No, that's how it always looks.
I feel like I saw this game at GameStop all the time. I feel like I would have noticed that.
He would have been like, "Man, I'm so hungry."
Right?
Just locking eyes with the box art. So fucking hungry, man.
Okay, I did check. I did go check that game. Sonic Heroes does roll credits after any of the campaigns.
Okay, that's good. I say we just leave this here so that way next week's big thing just fades into this.
Oh no! Like,
And then I go, what the hell? Oh, right. Yeah, people are asking, is that a Philly or an Italian beef? I'm going with Italian beef.
I Google image searched Philly cheesesteak to get it. So
Okay, that's...
yeah, it's like it looks like a Philly to me.
Have you seen an Italian beef before?
Yeah.
Okay, because generally, if you put that many peppers in it, you're going for that thing instead of this. That to me looks like an Italian beef, but God, I want a fucking Philly so bad. Which is insane. I ate a Philly yesterday.
Right. See, that wasn't enough though. We were in a hurry.
No, it's true. I could down 2 Phillies from Chicken Go and it would do nothing. Anyway, Aggro, what do you got going on?
Apparently, I'm streaming a video game.
Oh, that's right. You're going to be streaming somehow, to some extent, The Outer Worlds 2, possibly on Saturday.
Yep.
And if none of that shit works out, maybe another day.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Anyway, see you all later. Thank you very much for listening to this episode of Big Thing to Mention. Big Thing to Mention is only possible because of you and your support over here. Patreon.com/DB podcast, where you can get access to Armchair Devs extras, Gamer Premonitions extras, commentary tracks for movies such as The Room, and all of those nostalgia critic movies, and many more things. That's patreon.com/GB podcast. It's how we get to keep doing this. Thank you for doing that so we can do things.